हेलो 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 व्हाट्सअप क्या हाल कैसे हो सारे व्हाट्सअप अपन ब्रेव पे चलते हैं मैच चालू हो गया है वैसे प्ले ऑफ चालू हो रहे हैं गाइस वैसे पता है जी बाहर की हुई मेरे घर पे एक दिन वाईफाई नहीं था दूसरे दिन लाइट नहीं थी पेपर एक्स हेडक्वार्टर्स में क्राउड कैम लगाया है लेव ने एक राउंड जीता है आई डोंट नो कौन सा ओके बाय राउंड जीता है असेंट और लोटस भाई ये मैप्स तो देखने मजा आता है बे
One of the best operators in the world, and he loves to challenge you.
Push forward, blaze wall, set up. It's just going to be a pop flash sent out of that one. He crashes well for the exit, should it be necessary. But yep, something able to strike first, finds one, but Jing will be left on an island, does get taken
समथिंग
down.
को योरू दिया है भाई ये नया वाला योरू इतना तड़कला से फिर भी योरू दिया है
Back still in his pocket.
VCT मास्टर्स लंदन के प्लेऑफ शुरू हो चुके हैं पहला गेम है पेपर एक्स वर्सेस लेवाइथन और उसके बाद एक ईएमईए की बैटल भी देखने को मिलने वाली है तो जल्दी से लिंक पर टैप करो आ जाओ और देखो कि आगे कौन बढ़ता है
King gonna throw another smoke here at mid to try to keep
माता जी के फोन पे फोन आ गया रुको ना VCT मास्टर्स लंदन 2026 के प्लेऑफ शुरू हो चुके हैं पहला गेम पेपर एक्स का होने वाला है पेपर एक्स वर्सेस लेवाइथन और उसके बाद एक ईएमईए की बैटल देखने को मिलने वाली है जो भी जीतेगा वो अपर ब्रैकेट में आगे बढ़ेगा तो जल्दी से लिंक पे टैप करो और आ जाओ स्ट्रीम पे एंजॉय करते हैं
Sato's trying to just create some space, create some information on the opposite side of the map and sell a fake. And they will be able to get that spike forward into the site in time, and Sato as well.
Sato being Sato, bhai, ye Tingu.
For a little bit more, get some damage on a Forsaken. Paranoia now going to be sent through, and he will come away with that kill. Keeps himself alive in the fight, but he's tagged down to 12. Sometimes spike now planted over on A. A half jump up over the box, just here lurking below Devi. The shock dart will fly. King, he could absolutely be there undoing in this one, but it's going to be Forsaken TPing on the top of Jen, able to find the kill, and the Devi swings out to take down blows. The defuse is there, and PRX will stave off LEV again as they move up 3-1.
Yeah, it's really nice patience being shown by both teams, to be honest. You know, Leviathan trying to create some question marks on the map, trying to throw PRX off of their rotation game. And PRX is so confident in their individual players that they can also spread the map. Allow Forsaken, who's still got that paranoia because it never got popped over in tree, to move over there, isolate Sato. A nice kill on his own, but then he's there to TP up on top of Jen, create that extra angle for that retake. PRX going to be going up against an op this time. Neon going to be buying into it. So a big round here for the economy of Leviathan. PRX as well. Also, the economy not doing super great just yet.
Certainly rough around the edges here to an extent, but gate crash going to be set up, and there's a spot on something. Will fake the TP, sets up another one. Shock dart will be lobbed in, gets rid of that trademark. Meanwhile, Devi and Envy ready to swing in, pick apart these players that are going to be looking to push through B main out onto the site.
And again, you've got a lot of options here. PRX.
भाई लेफ्ट वाला जो पता है शोल्डर है ना इतना पेन कर रहा है ना मैं हिल नहीं पा रहा हूँ पता है I'm unable to move my left shoulder.
Waiting out this util, trying to hide. Too clear.
Something now going to be dialed in on the angle, but will get blinded up. The paranoia going through. Hunter's Fury out, however, gets 2 tags. Both duelists lit up, and now Sato taken down. Devi holding the door. Finds himself a third, and Spike Scene just going to be
पूरा PRX का game baby.
Not losing track of them. Leviathan get massacred on their way through B. It's a flawless for PRX to move up 4-1.
Envy really smooth here today. Not just with the ultimate, but with the shooting as well. Devi, as always. So sturdy as an anchor. You're looking at Some of the best to ever do it, and that right there.
लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और आगे बढ़ें। 4-1 भाई, पैसिफिक में एक ही टीम आगे बढ़ रही है। 3 टीमें आई थी, एक फुल सेंस। बढ़िया जिंगी बॉय, बढ़िया सेल्फ हील, नाइस नाइस, एक नंबर। अरे नहीं बाबा,
sat down by blows. A weapon can be recovered, but he's tagged at 49. Devi already arriving, dropping down from heaven. This would be one hell of a clutch, one hell of a way to get that second round.
5-1.
Devi just playing this one patiently. Swing out, shot's going to be going wide. Just the poke and prod, and it's going to all
समथिंग कांटेक्ट पे खेलने बोला होगा समथिंग को कि भाई मेरे कांटेक्ट पे पिक करो। 2-0 है पेपर एक्स भाई। ये वो टीम है रे।
Trying to go up and over it. Alex, a little bit frustrated, but
probably just thinking it's a little bit of an overheat.
Yeah.
Didn't need to lose as many players as they did, but still need to be happy that they're coming away with these round wins.
they still make a pretty good read and a pretty good play.
चलेगा, अब आ गया इनवी पे ओडिन।
Comes to raw firepower.
Let's play.
Absolutely, you should believe in him. Jing there, spamming away.
Layered in as well. No, guys, keep staying there. It's just a phantom on the other side of that wall. No, 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 no. There are layers to this. There's another key early advantage.
साटो को खोल दिया।
In to Lev.
Varanda, Bruno. Vem varanda comigo numa drone.
वो शॉट रे।
Vem juntar comigo, pai, que eu vou voltar o resto.
Não sei muito tempo. Calma.
Eu sei, eu vou voltar.
Drone na varanda, drone na varanda.
Eu vou voltar os restos. Começa aqui, varanda. Eu vou ficar aqui na viada.
Queda meio,
Vou voltar
não
os restos.
Drone na varanda.
Varanda. Não consegui, tá parede do meio, guys. Quebrar essa parede e voltar.
Mano, tem um cara aqui. Onde que tá parando?
Já quebrei, quebrei o meio.
Eu tenho o drone ainda. Tamo 4x4. Eu sigo
Vou voltar.
Nice one for second.
Overall, common collected despite the chaos there in mid, but Forsaken able to find King back over outside of A main, and it looks like Lev now. The time is starting to dwindle. Wanting to bring it over towards this site. Quick check with that from the shadows. Jing going to be spotted by the drone. Spikes in going for the entry. Will work his way forward onto the side, but hasn't been able to find any eliminations quite yet. Gonna be Envy now.
इनवी भी लाइक मेरे पे ओडिन है बेबी, और मैं पूरा खोल दूंगा।
A 3K form in 6-1. Paper Rex. Oh, Alex might be pissed, but they are looking great so far.
This is really good stuff from Paper Rex in terms of having some set game plans, having some set ideas, using that early Phantom spam to kind of keep Leviathan a little bit off balance, and then, oops, surprise, it's an Odin. And Envy there immediately off of Forsaken's TP. Love that he uses it to get information over at B main. Confirms there's no presence on that side of the map. That allows Envy to cheat a little bit further forward there, put that Odin into a position where it can absolutely pop. And it does. Leviathan in this Coinbase win condition. Gonna have to dial up something pretty special because they're getting beat at just about every punch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Paper X, sure, you commit 2 ultimates into that one, you get the res, you still lose something, but on the other side, 2 ults committed as well. The Tour de Force and the Hunter's Fury both burned for no real gain. Need to find something, as we'll see if Lev are going to be able to rally this one back. They're trying to piece together what kind of buy they can get, and widely, it's going to be a ton of half armors, so something wants to just bring an outlaw into the equation. That could still be a very big thorn in their side.
Exactly. Doesn't need to go to the op. I mean, Paper X has plenty of cash.
My mistakes is all, the loser has to fall. Envy is 11-3.
Sato's ult, so the ult cycle here healthy for Leviathan, but they couldn't get the first round to go in this cycle. So you're going to need to find a way to dial up something a little bit more special here. So certainly with, you know, maybe King's TP in there, Spikes in with the Neon ult. There's some opportunities here where they have some kind of set play ready. It is going to be tough against this comp with all these walls. Spikes wants to try to bait this.
He'll be able to get the tap. Drifts back away. Something not going to be given a glimpse. Meanwhile, TP around the corner. King, is he going to stick this? Yes, he
Ha! Forsaken, oh my Dave.
done! Every bit of information. They just have the read as Jing now trying to hold the line. Sato will be able to find the enemy Omen here at the end of it, but something gets himself another kill. Spike's in going to be taken down. And again, Lev locked out of the site. The wall's still available to be committed, and Jing is inching forward.
Omen Def baby 2v4.
Creates another off angle. Sato trying to swing in the bind.
जिंग ऐसी ऐसी पोजी खेलता है ना,
Gets the clip.
मतलब ऐसी ऐसी पोजी खेलेगा कि कोई मतलब एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं करेगा कि यहाँ से जिंग पीक करेगा. ओ मां,
It is incredible, just the discipline that they're showing. And Forsaken, you know, he's so well known on the Omen for being one of those crazy TP players who's going to go somewhere you don't expect. And that's something that Leviathan tries to do to him, and he says, nope, I'm very aware. I know this game. I play it better than most. So looks like Spike's in, gonna cut funds to go for just the Neon ult and the full armor. They're gonna try to break through something. Aggressive angle at the op.
Looking for that time, he will have the exit. Spikes in again, trying to up the pace, pops the wall, the overdrive in play, looking for a target. We'll be able to find one, but the spam is going to be coming through in India again. With the
Perfect.
has the shutdown.
perfect. Oh yo yo.
Neon eventually able to put him down on the floor, but still a player disadvantage now for Leviathan. There's still all of paper.
खत्म कर दिया रे. ओडिन उठाओ,
Deal with squat.
ओडिन उठाओ.
Picked apart one by one.
It's just so
क्या गेम खेल रही है पेपर एक्स, क्या गेम खेल रही है. मजा आ गया अभी देख के.
So many walls you have to worry about, so many little traps that have to be dealt with. So this time, Leviathan says, okay, let's see if we can use this Neon ult to just go blow right past the Vice wall. See if we can find the kill. But Paper X so ready for that already. They're lined up high-low at the bottom of the stairs on the back side. And that means that there's not much that you can really do there, Spikes. And at best, you're going to get a trade.
And how long has this running back been available?
Mid recon, mid recon.
Opportunity to try to commit it forward, always dealing with a player disadvantage, him getting picked early, having weaker weaponry. Even the tools that Left do have to try to turn the tides of this, they're broken.
Here we go.
All out, Thorns as well. Blind it up. Sato cannot swing this corner. Neon at the same time is going to be eliminated. Sato will still be able to find some value. Looks to try to go for the gun. Slow creep across.
Nice Jingy boy.
From Ching is off the top of his own wall. Intercepting. Spike scene now looking for a little bit more for the
Kitni util, kitni util.
A 3v3 best opportunity now for Leviathan. Can they convert this into a win? Dimensional drift is going to be in play. Something now sprinting down, scouting them all out. So they're up in and Devon.
Nice रे दवाई.
From off heaven just comes away with two. King now recovering an Odin, yes, but the spike is stranded at the back of Jen.
No ult to pick this up. Just gonna go run around, trip the wall, try to see if he can trip Paper X up.
30
But
seconds left.
they know what they need to do here. Just gonna hold the crossfire. Don't give him the free 1v1.
20 सेकंड 20 सेकंड होल्ड करना है गाइस.
Smoke towards main.
Nice रे दवाई.
The 5 will have the 3K, has the round, and Paper Rex have themselves an 8-round lead.
They always say दारू नहीं दवाई है.
It's incredible what this team can do. It's a nice little couple uses of util by Leviathan, using that recon dart to force Forsaken into a position where he has to turn to try to clear it to open up the first kill. Paper X HQ likes what they see, but then the combo there of the shock darts and the molly from the Phoenix to clear out Jing. But outside of that, the rifling, it's just too much for Leviathan to deal with.
Devi has died once.
अरे
10-1 at the moment.
चालू नहीं हुआ.
Gonna be able to find Neon. Just peeking into B main. Meanwhile, Forsaken poking and prodding will go for a quick reposition. TP's around the corner, just using that fast lane against them. Manages to slip the net, but barely.
अभी तक तो चालू नहीं हुआ.
28 health, but King at the same
And
time,
you made it
doing
to
quite a bit of damage.
one player 45 HP, one player eliminated. It's done.
Get a spot out on the blows.
And one is 94 now.
Something off of that drone, gonna have to back up, give that space over. They do identify him anyway, but this is something.
Shot! Are you serious?
That is unbelievable!
Are you fucking serious, man?
And that should certainly be illegal!
Hell no!
Up 9-1! Give them a
Bro, this guy is not normal. He is just not normal.
replay, please? Oh my God. It just is one of those days that
He is just freaking not normal.
I think he's maybe the best operator player in the world. I mean, sometimes you just he has the instincts to hit those shots.
साटो खुद हंस रहा
A
है.
little bit lucky, sure.
I'm just flabbergasted.
Nah,
Just
fake TV
cannot
play. Fake TV play.
catch a break. They can't buy a round win at this point.
No.
Something he's looking to continue his reign of terror.
And look at the buy here. It's 3 Guardians. So it's not even a full buy.
And final round down to
Odin, baby.
everything they could scrape together. Rendezvous out. Damage going to be avoided for Neon. Meanwhile, something repositioning, swinging deeper into mid. Jing going to be taking that initial point contact, sets up the wall, rides it, and will end up losing his life. That peek out, I don't think was wide enough to spot something here. So on the reface, this could just end up being blows
Connect हो
down.
सकता है. पूरा बाहर आएगा तो ही मारेगा ये.
And even more. He's expecting the jump peek, but sending out with the timing swing comes.
Shot रे.
Still able to find out, it's
But
not
heal ही
enough.
नहीं होती.
Gets the angle.
We need this half 11-1 anyhow. Huh?
It's the best advantage that Lev has had all game long.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here. Picking apart PaperX players one by one. A little bit of an overstep from the PaperX
30
team as
seconds
well,
left.
but that's kind of their MO. They feast or famine on that.
Slide in, Envy around that corner. Trying to face forward with the Yonin. Still is going to be good.
Are you freaking serious?
Delivers again! 10 seconds remaining, a 2v2. They're swinging the
It's
spike on the
over.
floor for
It's
Singhvi.
GG. He can't plant, baby.
And King, it's over, it's done! Out of time, out of hope, out of options, Paper Rex!
Are you serious? This is not the PaperX. This is a goated freaking team.
Already an incredible team. We already
ये गोटा टीम है.
and this may be one of their best yet on a map that's been rough for them. They come in to Masters London looking immaculate. Disgusting.
This is way better than we could have anticipated from Paper Rex, and way rougher pistol on the other side. And for now, we'll go into the halftime, and we'll get to hear from someone who I think is probably very happy. We've got Frankie standing by with a Paper Rex superfan.
I might have found PaperX's biggest fan. Everyone say hello to Muslim. Muslim actually had tickets for tomorrow, but PaperX are not playing then. So what did you do to make sure you could make it today?
So yeah, after I found out that PaperX will not be playing on the day that I got my ticket, I contacted PaperX on every single social media. I sent it emails on everyone that I know that has connections to PaperX, and I sent a 3-minute video explaining why I'm the biggest PaperX fan out there. And I asked them for a ticket, and they hooked me up for today's ticket. Thank you so much, PaperX.
We actually don't have 3 minutes, but can you summarize what you did say?
So basically, I told them that I've been supporting PaperX since 2021, since my SG, since they didn't even qualify for international. I've been here since Shiba was still in the roster. That's so long ago. So I even wrote articles when I was in journalism, when I was interning, about PaperX. I begged my editors to write an article about them. So yeah, I'm a big fan of PaperX.
What inspires this loyalty, Muslim?
It's just that I am a fan of underdogs. I've always felt like an underdog in my life. And PaperX, I just feel that connection, you know? It feels like if they can go far, I can go as far as them.
I don't know if you've seen the scoreline, but I think it's 11-1. I don't think they're underdogs anymore, Muslim.
Yeah, they were underdogs, but now they're the giants. And then one day, I can become a giant like them.
I think you're on your way, Muslim. Thank you so much. Let's get back into the game.
We will get back in for as long as Lev will give us at this point. 11-1, Paper Rex. They pick up the pistol. This is going to be curtains, you would think. This needs to be one hell of a defender side. Do exactly what Paper Rex just did to them, but at the moment it feels like Lev just looking a little rusty, not quite awake here.
And meanwhile, PaperX has come into this just with a full day's rest. Looking chipper, right as rain. Big, deep setup here. It's PaperX slowly making their way forward. Looking for some kind of contact plays, but you've got the trip there in pizza, so looking to play off of that, but Paper X can wall that off.
Yeah, recon to mid, wall up. This is all to try to sell it as a hit onto the B side, but instead there's going to be barrel.
भाई ये टीम नहीं है बनी हुई भाई, इनको एक अलग लीग में डालो रे. फिर 3v3 हो गया.
Gets another clean head tap. Jing will be able to take him down. Gets the spot out as well. The spike drops behind him. Needs the
जिंग भी लाइक मैं ज्यादा के मारूंगा.
Now it's just Neon. 6 bullets in the headhunter. The window already broken for him. Paper X have no real idea what his angle of approach is going to be. They just double stack into hell. Staring into main. Set up on that now. Gets the information, drops down, rendezvous up to the top as the flash. Fully blinds him up, fishes for a little bit of damage, drops down the right click.
Let's go!
Taken low but not taken down. Paper Rex are up to map point in record time.
But what can you do when this team just runs at you completely?
भाई 7:30 पे की गेम स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ था. I need to watch the timer of the match. VLR.GG. Here we come, baby.
Spike is down, and your normal reaction as a player is to want to get that spike and get it into the site as quickly as possible. But Jing uses that against his opponent. Paper X just absolutely confident beyond belief, and now you just have to buy every round here as Leviathan. So a couple shotguns, a stinger, Neon just the headhunter bullets. Full armor on 3 out of the 5. For Leviathan, so not everybody going to be one tap to that outlaw. A little bit of a trap setup here for Devi, but
Wall set.
He doesn't like what he sees, so instead just throws up the wall. Just going to situate that. Can be very easily cleared by Neon. Does have the rendezvous, so could pop it, jump back across. Shot out, and that connects on the Sato. He's down to 3 health now. Looking for that follow-up, and my God!
Spikes in पे भी 140 मार दिया इसने.
The heal is there, but 2 players taken down so very low, so very early on a force buy to try to keep this map going. It just doesn't get any easier for them. A rare whiff there. As Blues does manage to back away.
Forsaken checking the smoke. You know there's shotguns in place. You have to be.
If he headshots this, if he just wall bangs him, okay.
Okay.
140.
Careful now.
30 seconds left.
Sato just staying tucked where he can.
Nice one, Dawai.
Outgunned, doesn't have the range for it. King, however, does. Jumps forward to Bucky, able to deliver an immense amount of damage, and then he will get taken low. Now the
सब Bucky लेके खड़े हैं क्या? Everybody is with that Bucky. Shitty gun.
But it's gonna be Dubai again. Still 1 death on him.
10 seconds left.
To just open up the site, and Neon again. Now has to do it all. Not much weaponry to try to recover. It's gonna be an
खत्म. दवाई भी like with that quadra. We close the game in that record time.
13-1 victory on their opponent's pick.
What a start! What a start for Paper Rex! You didn't think that maybe they wouldn't come in here and play.
Never mind, these guys are happy, I am happy, Lev is happy basically. Bro, this is one hell of a game for Dawai. Dawai is 16-1. अटैक में इनवी तो दिखाई नहीं है. आई डोंट नो मैन, ये लोग इतना जल्दी खत्म कर देंगे. 29 मिनटों में तो गेम खत्म हो गया यार. In just 29 minutes? Let's go, bro, Paper X. I don't know what to say.
यार जी के चांसेस है या एलिमिनेट चांसेस है नेक्स्ट इवेंट में
Time anyway, but this is some.
ओ शॉट हेलो मेरा तो सौ ऊपर
That is unbelievable.
भाई क्राउड
That is
एकदम खतरनाक पागल हो गई भाई
And that should certainly be illegal. Something, you are up 9-1. Give them a hope. Give them something to believe in.
लाइन भी देखो माँ कसम
He says absolutely
माँ
not.
कसम ओके एक और गोल्डन की भूल जाता हूँ किधर हूँ
Dude, I just don't believe this. I fucking don't believe this. मेरा हो गया है भाई इस टीम से 29 मिनट्स में गेम कौन खत्म करता है? भाई ये मतलब पैसा बर्बाद है बे. I am just flabbergasted right now with the performance that those who are new, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Like maro yaar, subscribe maro yaar. Help me reach 3000 subs before we end the Masters. आई डोंट नो आज अलग अकेले ही देखनी पड़ेगी क्या वॉच पार्टी. रुको हेल्प लेते हैं अपन. हाथ आगे मूव नहीं कर पा रहा था. गिरम फक भाई DCI
भाई दूसरा मैच चालू कर दो ना टाइम लगेगा क्या भाई हो गया ना निखिल भाई वो जॉनी का नहीं गया ना वो They just used to choke. Actually, bro, Alex,
This
bye.
time around to make some changes. Why did you guys decide to stick to the Eurocamp?
Yeah, we did try to change a few things, but it didn't really work out for us. It turns out that like everything we try, we need a flash, so we can't play Ilya and Jet. So, and I think this particular comp plays well into theirs. I think having Sage and Vice allows us to stop the Phoenix, you know. So something we really considered.
Right, getting the most value from the 2 Sentinels and the Euro Flash.
लॉन्डे DCRA.
PRX. I believed in PRX all along. I never at one point thought that Levy.
हेलो इलू, क्या हाल है? राम राम, कैसे हो? निखिल तो नाम सुना लग रहा है।
Most one-sided
ये
half
नहीं,
of
तुम नहीं
Masters
जानती
London.
होगी इलू, निखिल को नहीं
First
जानती
time we've
होगी।
seen a 31 all year.
DCI आ रहा हूँ, पर मैं मैच जब चालू होगा तो म्यूट पे चला जाऊंगा। सबसे पहले G2 choose XLG, then EDG choose food, then PRX choose LEV, then by default ही तेरी भैंस की आँख। फर्स्ट कौन है? फर्स्ट कौन निकाला? पहला, अरे भाई 13-1 PRX और दवाई इन टोटल 15 किल 1 डेथ। इसको कैरी करने वाला मैं ही हूँ। नहीं, इलू को आप मतलब इलू नहीं जानती हो कि आप भी नहीं जानते हो इलू को? लाइक इलू मेरा एक फ्रेंड था मुंबई से निकले, ही इज लाइक यू ग्रम्पी। हाँ क्या? अंधेरी बॉय भाई, अंधेरी रिच पीपल्स, बड़े लोग, अंधेरी में रहने वाले अमीर लॉन्डेस।
इसको बंद करो रे।
इसलिए कुछ नहीं कर सकते थे। हाँ एक्चुअली कुछ नहीं कर सकते थे फिर तो। लाइक ब्रो, इलू मास्टर को जानती होगी। अंधेरी इज रिच ऑब्वियसली यार। मुंबई भाई, वो मुंबई साइड आया ना भाई। भाईंदर तो बहुत ही नीच पिछड़ा हुआ आया भाई।
भेजा मैंने इसको इनवाइट, जल्दी आ रे।
Shepherded into one angle where all the util was pretty much every round.
They were trying to default and break that Vice wall, but there were so many threats out there. And there's been a lot of discussion about something on the Euro, because it's a really unusual pick. You heard from Alex why they want that. They want him to be on the flash. But we got to take a look at this HyperX reflex moment of the match from something, because his op on defense was disgusting. It was gross. It was an absolute vile abomination. He was hitting shots everywhere, all over the place. And he hit a 2K in mid on round 9, and then this comes out in round 11.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is absolutely disgusting from something, and I think that this is why we were speaking about PRX being able to start on the defense. We've spoken about the Sentinel, but also the threat of something being anywhere on the map with this weapon, Mimi. He just is too good with it.
It was honestly ridiculous. He got it online, and I don't even know if he died once he got the op. It was just so incredible out from him. You look at this entire PRX team, no one died. Alex is normally slamming his desk. He's actually happy for once.
Having a great
seeing
time.
that shot.
What could you possibly not be happy with about that map?
He found a way.
Yeah.
I think there was one like refight A main that he was molding about. Pretty happy otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, now they're going into 2 maps where they've been winning constantly. I said they're on a 10-match win streak. Well, 10 map, sorry, win streak, whenever Jing is able to play Raze. I mean, surely we're about to see more of the same, no? Can LEV actually bounce back in this one at all?
I think for LEV, I want to see what adaptations they make when we consider the defeat that they had on Lotus against NRG in the Swiss stage. And also just bring a bit of confidence, right? I think that we were seeing over-fighting from PRX and maybe not so disciplined at moments because they knew that they had the momentum on their side.
That is a change from LEV, though, going into now this Jet Raze composition instead, literally going bar for bar with the way that PRX plays this map and trying to match them here on that map that, like you're saying, Josh, has been so incredible for PRX. I think on defense especially, look for them trying to get another early operator up for something. If he gets that, the rest of the team gets to be so active elsewhere. They're brutal to shut down.
But this surely plays into the narrative of LEV being like baby PRX.
Yeah.
But surely PRX are going to know all of the tricks.
Of
They
course.
invented this.
Of course, we were literally joking during Swiss stage that LEV had just yoinked PRX's composition, and like you mentioned, they're going to know those tendencies.
Let's send it over to Achilles and Paperthin to see how this series progresses. Can LEV bounce back?
Thank you very much, Monopoly Man. Yes, that is the question. Can they manage to find a foothold in this series? 13-1 on your map pick. Certainly not what you want to be seeing from this squad. Now they go to Lotus, the stomping grounds of PaperX, to try to see if they can turn around their misfortunes and get themselves back into this game.
Well, no doubt, PaperX doesn't want to let Leviathan pass go, doesn't want to let him collect $200. That's a spot out, that's a dink, but something gets dinked too.
A ton of damage now going to be suffered as Spikes
चालू हो गए, चालू हो गए.
immediately going to go through as Sato push back up to full health.
Huge early advantage. A good read here by King, at least considering the quick push out. But Envy just going to tuck in, waiting to see what they do. Meanwhile, the rest of PaperX, considering C, LEV knows PaperX's tendencies. They're at least cognizant that there could be some kind of quick lurk, quick play.
Be slotted forward, given some credence here by King, but will just also silently drift across. Oh, he's going to scale forward. Does he clear it? He's got to. Has that Sheriff to swing in. It's quite a bit of damage through, but
Envy gets one. Dawai gets one. Dawai mar gaya.
Finds one. Pop clutch is going to be sent. Backpedal over to Waterfall as Jing tucked away as well. Swings out, but
55. नहीं पिस्टल नहीं हारना.
Manages to stay alive, just 4 HP.
30 seconds left.
Heals for his teammates as much as he can offer. It's now just Envy. That recovered Sheriff in hand to try to see what damage he can get through, but this is looking good for Leviathan.
They're playing away for contact, and contact wins. Hello bro, क्या हाल? शवान नरुलकर, कैसे हो भाई?
For Leviathan, get that confidence flowing again.
कहाँ से हो by the way boss? How are you man?
Is able to bounce right back.
कहाँ से हो, क्या करते हो दोस्त?
I always think back to that Fnatic versus DRX match years ago on in the first one on Bind, and then Fnatic bounced back no problem. So certainly the start you were looking for here. I think the only concerning thing is PaperX had a pretty good read on this round. They just got outdone in the.
अभी ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है कि चप्पलें पड़े शेरिफ की. 1 2 3 woo.
It's on a very early walkabout. Tailwind going to be expiring. Now he's stranded in
Unlucky.
Tagged up, but again the heals can come through.
Shot. All good.
Gets taken down.
All good baby, all good.
Saken went and scooped up a Sheriff. Oh my god.
चलेगा. चलेगा. Woo.
Shot blows is eliminated. Suddenly this is a 2v2.
नहीं चलेगा.
Will get them back into an advantage position.
जिंदा रहना था री.
Try to see if he can clutch this out.
जिंदा रहना था.
This is his spot.
Has a smoke, has a paranoia, sets that up. Swings this though. Will be
NT.
Yep, King with a stinger, able to find it. Lev rescue the round. Grab what weapon.
मेरे को लगा आप चैट में हो दोस्त.
Carried forward as he go into the bonus.
अब तो गायब ही हो गए.
Decent damage done by PaperX though. All things considered, if something wins that battle, even very, very different, but hitting some nice headshots there. Envy with the classic. Jing had one with the Sheriff. This PaperX invests a little bit into that round, so therefore, Guardian, instead of the half armor for Devi, go for that full armor buy. PaperX situating themselves to contest this mount hit.
Pop flash out, up and over goes Sato, but something will be able to strike him down. Swings out, looking for a little bit more. Can't quite turn the flash.
Nice Sure, PRX.
Pushes forward the spike, trying to be recovered, but King falls alongside his teammates. Now just Neon on the complete opposite side of the map to try to see if he can do any further damage here. Otherwise, it's going to be a very clean anti-bonus for PRX. Second tucked in, he'll immediately going to be found. Damage does come through, but now
शान भाई यार आप चैट में दे यार. जवाब नहीं दे रहे यार.
PaperX just getting themselves situated around the corner. Flash at the ready, looking for the 3-2-1. They swing ahead of it, and Neon is still able to find 2 more kills. That ends up being very catastrophic for PaperX in the end, as only Jing will survive.
Yeah, that means economy's going to be a little bit funky here for PaperX coming into this round. Curious what the buy is going to look like.
No tension.
Good opportunity for an outlaw to come into this next round. Jing is going to have that showstopper, though. Yeah, I like this from Neon. Really nice pickup.
Maybe they thought that he was going to be playing anti-flash, turned away. And he just faces forward, takes his chances. He sent showstopper now online. Several half armors, so Neon with this outlook could absolutely feast.
And with both boombots there, Lev definitely not wanting to mess with that.
थोड़ी देर में उड़ीन आएगी.
Re-aggression. Do get that Prowler, does get a quick spot there onto the last trailing player. Now PRX gonna shift around their formation just a little bit. Leviathan taking their time with those aggressive early push outs of B. King trying to put himself in a spot where he can counteract that if there is another walkabout.
Rubble cleared.
But a clear here of Rubble off of all of this Sky util. Envy does spam a little bit, but this hasn't dissuaded Lev too much just yet, and that may be all according to plan.
Jump spot from Jing, not going to see anything. They've already cleared past Rubble, sliding forward towards the door. Jump peek out. Jing now able to back away, but it's going to be Envy dead.
You shouldn't be dead, man. You shouldn't be dead. Nice shot or something.
Going to be struck down. So 4v4 with the plan coming through. The showstopper now going to be sent out. Spots one with the TP to dodge it. And Jing.
Hell no.
Blows, able to keep him covered. Finds that elimination. Divine now trying to scale forward. Does have the full armor. And smoke will bloom here in the on space. Clear of the Seekers. Alerting them because something's present, but Forsaken at the same time is able to find Spike Scene. Rewrite of the rope. Sato looking for the push. Neon able to find the 2 kills. And
Anti, but वो showstopper नहीं भी होना था.
3-1.
Yeah, they're playing really disciplined here. Kind of like what we saw in Ascent, but now they're hitting some of their shots. Neon in particular, really thriving. Great call there to dip into the Outlaw. See what they can get done with that, but this win right onto Envy. Envy tries to challenge it, maybe thinking that it might be a solo player. You know, you see this all the time where there's a lurker who's playing with that door, trying to play with info. And that one, yeah, that one's a little bit frustrating. You're going to lose that showstopper too, and now you're on an eco as PRX. So that's a brutal round. Leviathan giving themselves a really good chance to stretch this to 4.
This time probably earned frustration there for Alex as Forsaken is trying to find this elimination on Neon. Tags him, the knives immediately going to be popped. He's looking for it and he's able to find it. Forsaken going to be struck down. Neon able to find a second, but Jing is there as well. Comes away with a kill. Tailwind out, something able to dodge that paranoia. Keeps it into a 2v2 as the jump spot will locate him. They know that he's still sticking around. They know he's going to be in this more entrenched position, but he's still somehow able to find Spike Scene. Savai around the back, the Sheriff in hand blows, pulling off of the angle now. Checking towards the baby door, nothing going to be spotted there. Defy!
MasterCard Thrifty!
In the head to get the MasterCard Thrifty.
I mean, he is just unreal today. 1 death on Ascent. And it was funny, I talked to him in between the halves here, and Devi goes, I go, 1 death, buddy, and he goes, yeah, maybe I should have just saved that round. I was like, where's the bonus, bro?
Could have done, but now a big round to try to rally back into this one for PRX as they look to tie things up. The economy broken down on the side of Leviathan. PRX well ahead as far as the ults are concerned as well.
And that operator, scary. Oh, what a shot from the
आगे scale किया इन्होंने.
Great shot down there.
Good way to start this one off. Pull off what will feel like an effective sortie of their own. Turn of the flash. Forsaken looking for
Oh yeah, no.
Sato will be able to strike him down.
Oop, no. Oop, no. Ooh.
Envy holds his own for 1. The showstopper's going to be locked in, but Envy ends up getting out in front of that one. Dodges it, but now something on the
2v3
back will be noted by this wall. King still alive and in the mix. Just pops that to make them continue considering the flank, but it looks like Lever considering the pivot into the B site where something lying in wait, but he's getting more and more committed onto this angle. Finds one, Cloudburst down. Skirts back and for now, the swing not coming through. Both players dangerously low. 65 health between the two of them.
Just trying to wait this out, probably talking about how they want to clear this. Do have a little bit of util with the raise. Ooh.
Oh, what a hit that would have been. It ends up going wide.
Left.
King now able to get that spike in play. Has the seal guard as well for a post plant. Does he just send it?
Nice.
Doesn't get given the opportunity, and there's the shot.
बढ़िया बे.
Creeping in behind is able to find Sato and
I am
tie it up at 3-3.
fully convinced कि आज का ये गेम 9 बजे तक तो खत्म हो ही रहा है.
Able to kind of outdo some of their opponents in big moments here. Some trades early. I like the attempt of the dodge by Envy. I mean, he at least doesn't die to the showstopper.
Yeah.
But then something all over the map there, baiting out the wall, rotating back through, understanding that they could be going through that door because Devi's holding A site, so prepped and ready, and has a great cloud burst to set him up for another angle, and then he rotates again, and he completely fools Leviathan.
Well, they're looking to maybe go aggressive at C, at least get that orb, try to maybe cycle up another round of Seekers for blows.
Show them we're fighting.
Something is going to be there with that operator.
And Neon's got one too here, but he's all on his own. This is scary.
Playing it solo. Something maybe anticipating that TP up the top. Nothing going to be seen there. Neon
Negative.
with that operator. Finds the kill. Forsaken going to be struck down the peak in. Looking for the flick, but it does not connect. Quick reposition back on.
Reposition is good.
Gives him an angle. Do they swing into this or do they just backpedal for now? They're staying statuesque. Tucked around the corner. As Trailblazers going to lead the way. Something considers chasing it, but this is maybe a bit of false info here. PRX are starting to rotate out, not expecting that everyone is widely just sat here at Mound.
Yeah, they're anticipating that off of that.
बढ़िया. Good game, baby.
With that info that
बिना smoke के they are holding it a good angle.
They're being extraordinarily cautious on this attacker side. They are constantly taking these pauses, trying to wait PRX out. They know that can be one of those things that gets into PRX's head is they got to keep moving, they got to keep going, and you can use that against them sometimes.
35 seconds, they don't even hear this Trailblazer, so TP forward, they will find this site empty. There is not even a lick of util from the Vice either. Jing going up and over, not tripping the ball, and that could be costly. King, however, watching back, I do believe. Checking this angle, and Jing might get caught off guard. He's able to find the
double देख रहे थे.
Cannot find the kill. Now the Steel Garden at the ready. Swinging from Sato to his demise. Something able to come away with one. Trading it back. It's still in a player deficit. The Steel Garden's going to be exchanged on either side.
Devi gets the Neon Frag.
His gun is taken away. Gets it back into a 3v3, and now the knives are here. Something looking to try to break their way forward onto the side. He's going to be good for one, but Spicing sits him down.
Nice one. Nice retake, baby.
The defuse is in, and PRX. He will take the lead. The operator gets recovered.
I mean, it takes a lot to get there. Again,
nice fucking retake.
They're being very cautious in terms of making sure that they know that PRX is going to want to get in their backside quickly. And even with Jing trying a cheeky up and over, they're still ready for it. They got it. They got it. Well, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, you have an odd man situation post-plant there for Leviathan, and they can't hold it down. There's something holding onto that Blade Storm there. It's a nice counter to the Steel Garden. Devi fearless for those peaks around the corner. It's little things like that that are so difficult to play against. Very few teams play like PRX.
Fast hit now going to be coming forward. TP into the site. Spikes in arriving. And Sato able to dispatch Jing. Envy trying to fill that space, trying to push in, but that paranoia does not connect. Devi is only going to be good for one. They up the pace, and it's looking pristine. Leviathan not going to be allowing for PRX to start running away with this. Unless something can come away with a 4K clutch with the operator. Lev will tie it up 4-4. Tucks back, Trailblazer not going to get the spot out. But this is still a gargantuan task, even for somebody of something's caliber. I have to expect that this is just going to be a save.
For sure. Just a matter of, is anybody going to try to clear him? Try to take the gun? Still some money in the bank for PRX between something and Envy. Really want to keep this operator going into the next round.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ गोली चला दे ऊपर की तरफ लगे कि साला नियॉन को भी देख लिया है.
Will make their way through the connector out towards the A side of the map, keeping everybody else alive. So 4 weapons going to be carried over, so they look to build up this economy for themselves. PRX, it's rough around the edges. Cash in hand for Envy, but the other players widely buying down. So 4-4, Leviathan not going out without a fight.
For sure, and this is them winning a lot of individual battles. They're trying to play off the back of those flashes quick, but Leviathan, because Sato's able to hold the line, And when he's on fire, that's when Leviathan is definitely scary. Want to see him pick it up. Hard not to like the way he's been playing so far here in London. A little bit of a rough start, though. But that round right there, a difference maker for sure.
Boombot out, TP up. Tailwind going to be popped, something looking for the peak. Makes his exit, the updraft having to be used as well, but Forsaken at the same time, going to be taken down, trying to scale out of that A.
Neon gets one, bro.
Again, just dispatched by Neon. Now the Seeker's online. And
King gets Singhvi as well.
The peak from main. PRX are getting scattered to the winds.
Yeah, they're losing these 1v1s now.
And now they're rotating off the site.
Now they have to gamble one way or another. Keep that op in safe positions is probably what you're considering here.
And once again, Leviathan just going to look to run down the clock a bit. Go for that slow creep forward. See that they have this site empty. As Devi will start cutting back towards this side, just a sheriff in hand. Might be good for one or two, but I have to suspect that he's not going to be able to hold his own for very long. Spot him on that Trailblazer. Will move forward. The smoke, however, to get
Nice try there.
is very much ready for it. Immediately has the shutdown for Jing and something. It's time to just tuck back.
5-4. Lev is playing good. Lev is coming back.
Go hunting now as Leviathan. You should be pushing the map very quickly here. They already are. So Jing heard that flash over in water, so he's just gonna try something a little bit different. Nice that you're gonna be able to save that Sky ult as well here as Leviathan going into the next round. Kind of curious if maybe this is where Alex gets involved. Might be time to calm the boys down a little bit. Jing.
Yeah, I have to suspect that there's going to be a timeout off the back of this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might want to, there's a kill for something. You might want to talk about some of these isolation plays that they're trying to make, some of these 1v1s that they're taking. Probably just say, hey, I know we had a great ascent, but let's tighten the screws a little bit. Let's get this ship sailing back in the right direction. Because right now, the wind's against us.
Now you see the timer stop, so timeout call will be coming through. As PRX needing to try to assess how they're going to get back into this one. Because it's just been a lot of contact fights that they're not winning, resulting in these very early advantages for Leviathan. So I think Coinbase's win condition for them is just pump the brakes, play it slowly. You know that Lev is going to be more than happy to do just the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the discussion here is, look, we know what they're doing. They've shown us a few fast rounds, right? Like we had the one on the B where they're going to dive in. Don't counter, play for these retakes. You know, we're doing a great job in that regard. Even when we've been at an odd man disadvantage, if we wait for the full forces, if we play together, that's when they're at their best. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure that, you know, you've got the support there before you start making your moves. And just probably just chill a little bit. I mean, the aim's been a little bit off compared to what we saw in a sense, so.
Pain क्यों हो रहा है भाई इतना pain मत हो रे. I have to sit for one more series. Don't get pained that much, man.
Probably want to make sure that you're
Dude.
getting as much value as you can out of this.
4:5 after the timeout.
You never know when he's got that in hand. True. What the hell he's going to do, but could do something wild. But 2 away from having a showstopper back online. Looks like they're going to try to fight this at Mount, or rather at Rubble. Secure that orb. See if they can come away with anything else. But Lev, they have the numbers stacked up here, so they are more than ready for a scrap. And it's a shot not going to be connecting. Quick little jump across from Sano, and Neon just paces forward. Phantom at range, still able to find that kill. Seeker's now going to be sent out. Sano going to be good for 1. Blows, take it.
क्या fast hit मारा है.
And that is going to be a 3-player advantage. It's the timeout call. Whatever they had drummed up, it's better on the side of Lev. The base in Neon, good for another. Swings out.
Oh!
Oh my God! Swift on the taps to buy. Dead.
कट करके मारा है भाई.
Goalless for Leviathan to get up to 6.
Neon is actually insane right now. That Phantom is hot, to say the least.
Good Lord.
Oh my God, this one right here.
One enemy remaining.
He doubles down, deals with Devi. That one, a little bit frustrating. You know, something there, got a little bit baited. Thought he could go for the crazy flick. You know, maybe that early one on Ascent's got him feeling that he can hit anything. And
now the operator's out of cycle. as Showstopper going to be invested here. Neon as well with the knives, and Sato! Man, both duelists! Finds him from behind. Neon is
Oh, my man.
just looking so slick, so keyed in. Will not be able to find the kill on the NB, but tees it up. Took him low, and now it's just a buy. Dead on the push.
TR 4-2-7. Get 5-7, guys. Please, 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 please.
A lead at the half now secured with one more round to be played.
They are just on it. I mean, a great coordination here. The deep flash to get some space. I mean, just insane stuff with the Showstopper into a Blade Storm. PaperX is trying to see if they can counter it. And Alex doesn't like the play, doesn't like the idea. Yeah, losing both duelists that fast. Sure, Sato. Don't need that second blast pack.
Well, maybe not the way that they've been playing.
Right.
There's Jing again. That Showstopper at the ready. A shot out from something. Pops that tailwind. Meanwhile, Neon has the operator just holding down that position at Mound, making sure that there's no deep flank push coming through. And he will have the jump peak shot Envy eliminated, and there's just no way to counter swing him that quickly. So he gets out scot-free. Flash gonna be popping, spikes in, able to turn that, able to find the kill. Divine now eliminated, and PaperX continue to struggle as Forsaken and risky TP, but manages to get out of it and find the kill on Asano. In with a shout perhaps, blows out, gonna be eliminated. King down. Forsaken will get traded, now a 2v2. The Showstopper still available to Jing. Rotating around as the plant will be committed in something. Staying in place, the operator getting closer and closer. He's scoped in, something however doesn't have the angle. Now we'll check him, finds the shot. Immediately dashes forwards, the Showstopper's just trying.
Boom!
This player will have him. Spike scene will explode. And that's PaperX rescuing as much as they can, making this a 7-5 half.
It looked again like they were going to be outdone. But this time around, Forsaken just in the nick of time, dodges the paranoia. Something Johnny on the spot here. Ooh, Forsaken had a moment. And then, yeah, like
I don't care, guys. I don't fucking care now.
So they're able to make it to 5.
Oh, ludicrous way to close out a 5th round win, but Leviathan still out in the lead by 2. We'll see if they can close out this map when we come back after the break.
तुम अप्सरा भी तुम
G. Think back to Global Esports as well, who tried this comp against XLG and it didn't work out. So here, Paper X, the Pioneers, maybe going to be railroaded. Flash doesn't connect on a king there. They're still ready.
Looking forward into the smoke to dive in. And he will
the
be
power of friendship, baby.
Turning that back. Quick pop of the smoke attempt. No, ends up canceling, and that's going to be a big stun out. The Trailblazer finds two. Slows them down. Meanwhile, the spicing just...
I told you, the power of friendship, baby. They're going C.
Offered back for free here by Paper Rex, but they pivot over to the C site. Plant now to come through. Still decent post-plant utility. Their own Trailblazer, a flash, as well as the paint shell. He's going to fully fight out towards CT.
This should be really challenging for LEV. But they have a couple sheriffs. So they have the ability to make a difference real quickly just with the shooting alone. That's mostly what they're going to be relying on here.
Smoke in the front of that spike, though. Makes it all the more difficult to try to get onto it, the Trailblazer. Only spotting out the one player. Starting to feel more and more comfortable that all of them are going to be on the site. So paint shell going to be layered in first and foremost, just buying that time. Pop flash going to be sent. Flow's going to be good.
Oh, just buy the time now. इनमें भी like मैं मारूंगा, but time buy नहीं करूंगा. Fuck it.
Paper Rex, they find the pistol to try to rally back in.
Nice, solid little mid-round call here by Paper Rex. They're given enough space at B that they can rotate in through water. And even though something going to give his life for the cause, it gave them the space they needed, and they're able to set up for that backside post plant. Seen that a couple times here in London and how tricky that can be as defenders to try to clear that. It's coming in. Outlaw for Devi. It's going to be something with the Stinger. Envy just a Sheriff. Jing and Forsaken going to be grabbing the Bulldogs. No buy up at all for Leviathan.
Paper X gambling towards the stack. Paint shell damage going to be avoided. Flash out, looking for the turn, but something does.
Hell no, hell no, hell no. Nah, baby.
Get taken down. The tuck to the corner, the Paranoia flying. The push in, Jing looking.
Nice, one more.
Pick him apart, but it's going to be Forsaken finding that elimination. Right click does come away with the kill. There's now a chance to get quite a bit more damage through.
जो right click खाई है ना इन्होंने.
Take him down. Healed back to 42. It's Sato now going to be spotted as the outlaw shot will eventually.
But दवाई भी like मार दूंगा मैं.
7-3 players.
Fine.
Paper Rex starting off the attacker side quite well.
Yeah, it's just, again, a lot of what Leviathan is trying to bring to the table here is these surprise maneuvers with the dashes from the jet to break the angles, and then the follow-up behind it. It almost works. They come darn close. They did quite a bit of damage in that one. So one rifle going to be bought up here. Going to pass that over to Jing. Devi going to stick on a Sheriff. Something with the Outlaw this time.
He's passing that over. But needs to be headshots if he wants to find the insta-kill. Everybody with full armor on the side of Leviathan.
Just looking for that quick little peek out early, but they were already ahead of the curve. Opening the door, looking for that B hit. Paper Rex toying with expectations a little bit. Trying a little bit of a different approach. Gonna keep spreading the map. They're gonna bump the wall and block the dog.
That stops it from getting any more information. Meanwhile, their own going to be cycled forward, trying to make their way through tree. But similar scenes, the Thorns are there. Shot from something, rather, is going to be able to connect. Spike's going to be tagged down to 10. Blows is a world away, so getting a heal, it's going to take quite some time. So the rotation's going to start coming through. Try to get that Omen top back up.
Potentially, maybe they try to feed an orb over to Jing here, but instead they want to get on the site. They know they have an opportunity. They've been toying with the map. This was some really stellar mid-rounding from Paper Rex to buy themselves this space.
क्या perfection के साथ साइट लिया है. 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Everything is 1 for 1.
Clever's get set up, Jing eliminated, looking for a little bit more. Here's blows, comes away with a second. Now it is just something. Still with an outlaw. Swap of the gun, a Bulldog. Trying to find a bit more success, but King still at full health.
क्या timing ली है?
It's going to go ring around the Rosie, knife out, trying to get onto the angle. Peeks in and
एंटी रे लग जाता वो गोली.
the shutdown. And Leviathan with 2 surviving will deny a bonus conversion as they regain the lead.
This is very, very close, playing for some good trades, but that one right there from Blows, that little flick up to the top, stellar. That was probably the difference maker. And PaperX staff a little bit frustrated. There was something that happened in that post plant. Still, though, a lot of good damage done by PaperX. And they're looking to maybe challenge the mound angle once again. That economy there for LEV, losing those guns, they're going to opt to not buy up any further.
Well, Neon does get a last-second Phantom as Jing, I'm not sure if he wanted to cancel that jump or if he just whiffed it. Either way, doesn't get that position posted up top.
It may have just been a more of an info gathering maneuver. Usually pretty clean with the blast packs.
go fuck this thing.
Can, let's go.
But guys, remember, they break the door. Careful, one guy playing here, okay?
I'm gonna pick off you.
You talk big, guys, talk B already, okay?
Easy. Just read the pass.
Wait, I'll bomb, guys.
Bomb.
You go back, you go.
I'm with TP.
Went back. Guys, smoke the hole is here. He's here.
Wait, double
Can we
pick.
swing him or something?
1, 2, swing.
From right side, bro. From right, bro.
Yes, wait. I'm going.
Ready?
Wait, not yet. Ready?
Gonna turn him. Can we just go?
Because I think we just go.
That's another early kill. Neon's just having Forsaken's number on this map so far. PaperX getting ready to pile into this stack. The weaponry still not quite in their favor, but that's a bit of a bogged entry. Trying to blast back forward.
Nice one, Davai. Nice, good trades, guys. Heaven dekho. Heaven, Envy, baby, let's go.
But Envy stands tall. 3 kills found, and now King trying to see if he can pull off a clutch, but even the damage would still be good. Can he find anything at all? PaperX fanned out across the site. Angles are covered, and it looks like King not going to try to make a go of this, or at least wants to clear out rubble. Maybe tuck away and go for exits. Either way, it seems like this round is going to be done, and PaperX will tie it up at 8-8.
Let's just see if King has been pretty smart, pretty clever. PaperX none the wiser.
Finding the kill there on the Jing, a bit of damage going to be tapped through.
Nice.
We'll get the 4K after all.
Quadra.
Secures a round win, but still ends up being a bit more costly than PaperX would like. Certainly Alex still going to have his frustrations, but for now they find themselves tied up.
And you've got a pretty interesting scenario here coming up in the next round in terms of ultimates. Envy's gonna have his, Devi has his, so a lot of ability here for PaperX to maybe try to dial up some kind of fast hit off of the back of those ultimates. Use the Seekers to lead the way, use Devi's ult to clear some space on his site, get a plant in, try to get the round going that way. Looking for the fast B hit here. There is no doubt about this.
That can be a very quick crunch back in though. 2 players on the rotation through Waterfall. 3 more on that A side of the map as Seeker's just gonna get cleared out by something. Spike now planted, smoke starting to dissipate. Neon feels like he's gonna have to be the one to really break through, give the team a chance in this position. Something just rotating away from the paint shells. Time still being bought. Forsaken now joining in at B main. Paranoia gonna be sent through. Fly is there. Neon looking for the first has it, but gets taken low, has the knives as a backup. So Steel Garden does get committed to.
Nice!
Gonna be gone now, but Devi fallen, but the cleanup from PaperX is looking damn clean. King now having to do so much more.
Last player standing.
He helps get it into a 1v1. The time starting to bleed down. Forsaken frantic, trying to find it, and he hits a fadeaway shot. Will fall to the spike eruption, but gets the round win all the same.
You want to go a little bit of a different direction here as PaperX. You're going to try this B side. You're able to pop so much of that util early. Get in there, get the post plant. Forsaken plays it nicely, waits out the smoke, knows that he has time on his side because you could just pull him off for a little bit and he's not going to be able to do anything but try to go for the stick on the retap. And it's going to be a timeout for Leviathan. Talk about this defender side a little bit, things starting to slip away. The economy kind of all over the place for the team. You're gonna have a few players who could theoretically buy, but many who can't. So in this coin-based win condition, maybe talking about some of the overall map theory here. I mean, I think they played that round okay. They're trying to go for the retakes. It's just you intentionally gave up that space on B because you've got the Vice util there thinking it's kind of safe, but you know, PaperX just did to you what you did to them on the other half, where you just get up and over it with those two duelists so fast that there just isn't really time to recover, and because something is instantly scaling in towards heaven there, towards their spawn, and creating that extra buffer for PaperX to get in and get the plant, it's just so difficult to react in time.
Well, understandably, Neon going to go for the force on this Phantom. He's got the cash behind it, and he has been insane on this map. 23, 12, and 3 at the moment on this Jet. Meanwhile, the Raze is left on struggle street a bit. Nearly both showstoppers online. If Santo can get an orb or get a kill, it's looking like why they want to be able to fight out towards C Mound, but there is no PaperX presence on that side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of hoping here that PaperX maybe gets a little bit over.
They don't go for it.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about Jing's ult. Like, are they going to commit it here?
It's going to be a fast rotate. Trailblazer going to be cleared before it can swing that corner. The players now arriving on the B side. Leviathan be in a position to go for a very fast punch play back into A. Door will have to get broken. As Devi is going to be the one leading the charge. He's going to be able to dispatch blows with ease. Paranoia now going to be sent through with a reface in. Spikes in, had not gotten blinded up, so he finds a kill on Devi. Backpedal for something, hits the shot. Neon going to be taken down by the Outlaw.
खत्म कर दिया है बे PaperX ने. Competition is dead.
Making his way through upper now. Sato as well, not wanting to face in towards something, and I can't blame him. With the Steel Garden, do you try to invest this? You have the weapons recovered. 2 in hand. It's going to be Showstopper out something. Cleaning up a kill on Asano. There's Jing. Trying to get in a position to come away with his kill, but he gambles it correctly. He's just there around the corner. TP's across now for the reposition. Jing fighting for, but unable to align that shot. Gets taken down now, a 2v3, so at least a chance to get some more damage in perhaps, and King will be able
Nice.
to do so, but the round cannot
But a question, why Jingy Boy used that ultimate?
Leviathan back into a pie. Need to start turning things around from here.
The good news here for Leviathan is you did make it awfully costly for PaperX. You got some ults out of them. Their economy not in the best spot necessarily. They're going to be able to buy into this one, sure. But you've been doing some pretty good damage. Now you're going to be coming into your ult cycle. You're going to have that operator for Neon. Going to have the showstopper, so there's some really good tools here to get your 9th. Give yourself another big chance here, but PaperX starting to slowly claw their way into a match victory.
Showstopper going to be sent down and Forsaken immediately. Skips town, gets out. So ult going to be committed to no avail. Slobs it into the corner, nothing found. King meanwhile, blast back to cross, gets the spot on the King, and that Seal Guard's going to be used very early on, but he is worked down to 1 HP. Trying to hold the line, but maybe just come up with the brakes here. As Spike's in, TP's into the corner, he's able to find Jing. Fakes the exit, and this could absolutely catch PaperX off guard. And it has something bounding forward. They eventually flush him out.
4v3.
Play might just rescue the round for them. There's the Viant envy.
1v2.
Kills. Back into their favor. Neon trying to assess which angle this is.
Nice try, Ray.
He will find it.
Yanti.
Envy cannot get them over the line. 2 players surviving, and Lev now 1 away from tying it up.
I think PaperX here
But it's all good.
just doesn't register that there's going to be these fast
PaperX are winning it 2-0.
After that Steel Garden, I figured they just have to leave Jing as a sacrificial lamb for this round. And instead, they try to double down and take the fight, but that's a tough one to take. And so something just going to cut.
Jingy Boy is 8-14 right now. Jingy Boy is down on confidence, I
Again,
guess.
talking about. You've been doing so much damage to PaperX economy. Now it's starting to rear its ugly head.
Just gonna go pushing out of this Cloudburst to the device, and Spikes it, is able to fight 3! Nearly gets the 4th, it's something. Taken down to 20 health, and the fast pivots are coming through. No updraft, so has to just wait out these thorns. And Neon ready to pop the door, go for the backstab. Something will fall, the Spike.
Is it going to map 3? I don't think
There's
so.
no way to break this. The pressure being applied from all angles.
They'll be back.
Shot shut down him as well. We'll find even more damage. this point, it feels like it's just a matter of time until Neon is able to find him through the wall. We'll be running low on bullets, so it's a hold for now, but even for Devi, this is an impossible task. King will take him down, and that is a damn clean round for Levi.
Triple face, what's up, LEV? क्या हाल?
On the side of PRX, completely absent.
Yeah, they're taking some really nice fights.
Like मार दो यार.
Right here at Mound, a great flash from the Vice to tee him up. Beautiful timing from King, who has been so good with his util.
Not a live feed, but might as well be.
Guarantee that's what was going on.
Might be a bit worse as well. Double digits hit for both squads.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably now talking about the macro game for PRX. A couple rounds here where they've been outdone in that regard, where they've kind of brute forced their way through, and I think they got too much confidence from, I think it was round 18 there, where they brute forced their way onto A, and yeah, they got through, they made it work, but it was still kind of costly for them anyway, because they ran into the stack of Leviathan, and then a couple rounds ago,
तुम अप्सरा हो तुम. ये 2-0 होने वाला है.
Jing's the only one who really gets caught by it.
I'm good. अब I hope lights ना जाए. मैं 13 घंटे बिना लाइट बैठा हूँ, पता है? 13 hours.
Even then, it's still a big gamble because you've given up that opportunity for Leviathan to make those rotates.
गेम जब गेम खत्म होगी तो उसके बाद जिस दिन जी का गेम था ना लास्ट वाला, उस दिन की बात बताता हूँ जब लाइट गई थी, अपनी स्ट्रीम बंद हो गई थी.
Everybody else sheriffs. It's getting close. It's getting interesting.
And it's exactly what LEV needs.
रुको, ये वाला खत्म होने दो मैप.
Avoid dropping another thrifty.
कैसा भी हो, we will watch it.
Extend this over to split. Something maybe with a glimpse, but will just make his exit. Meanwhile, Neon, easy enough shot.
He's been so good on this map. It's crazy. He is out of control. And there's this wall here. Let's see if PRX is just trying to bait this a little bit. If they're actually going to make a move, because Blows is ready.
Oh yeah, nice.
Okay. Face forward, a hell of a lot more players there than he might have anticipated. Devi's going to be able to find the kill.
145.
Saw it was well to boot. Forsaken trying to push the issue, but let's get blinded up. But Jing.
Okay, Jiggy Boy, let's go.
Still going to be good for an elimination. The shorty doesn't come away with one. Neon looking for the.
Hey, now what is happening, Jiggy? He knifed him. And this is not the case right out there.
The hell just happened?
No way!
He's a masterclass thrifty, and I don't know what I just watched.
He didn't even have his gun out! Wasn't it
भाई PRX के क्या राउंड होते हैं?
We gotta see it from something. We gotta see it.
These make sense. I can understand this, but now we get to this part, and things start going wonky.
Oh my
Fuck!
God.
Jing dived him!
For Leviathan. But it's just one little mistake. And it costs you so much. Still have the operator, still have the money. But now a lot of players are going to be bought down in those credits. Pivotal round. Especially with PRX swinging their weight over towards the A side.
One from a Seekers, one from a Showstopper.
Yeah.
In the
Crazy as shit.
the orb sends it immediately. TP past this wall.
Bro, that is madness. Utter madness.
Things over a tree and he cannot hold it at all. Showstopper going to be locked in.
I would say this is utter madness. खत्म कर दिया बे वो एक राउंड ने एक्चुअली PRX के लिए पूरी सीरीज सील कर दी.
3K for him.
Spike planted.
And a spike scene. Having to do it all in a 1v3. He'll be good for a kill or something, but Jing gets the 4K and paper.
Jing भी like मैं तुमको मार के दिखाता हूँ.
There's so much has been talked about coming into this match with Jing's raise, and he's been relatively quiet until this round, and he finally comes to life with a big one, gets the showstopper, gets the 4K, and gets PRX one away.
They're on the verge of a 2-0 to start off their run here at the playoffs. Leviathan now calling what could very well be their final timeout of this series. Like you said, The money is going to be rough around the edges. Have to suspect that Neon is going to be playing for an orb. He's one away from having those knives online, and he will have to make them connect.
Well, I think this is what you're talking about, is exactly how you want to utilize your util to make sure you can get one of those orbs, whether it be C, whether it be A. Which one of those are you going to think about fighting for?
भाई उस एक राउंड ने एक्चुअली बना दिया गेम, नहीं तो मात्री जा रही थी पेपर एक्स.
The paint shells are 100% coming out wherever you're fighting. Just a matter of, is your coordination going to be better than Paper X's?
चाकू मार.
That's just the big question. And this is a lot, I think, about just this one specific round, and then maybe a few little macro ideas talking about, hey, let's make sure we're not giving up quite so much space. Let's be a little bit more proactive in the info.
Something be like मैं 3 अबे अभी जिंग 8 फ्रैग पे था, अभी 15 पे है.
Impossible to drag out.
Well, I don't know about you, but I, for one, would love to see this go to overtime.
This is going to be fun.
It's Leviathan.
Here.
We'll need to make that happen to try to claw their way back into this. See if they can get it done. The up and over attempt at the flick. Something unable to find Sato. Just leaping at them, and that alone is enough for him to gain control.
Does give you that blade storm.
Yeah, blade storm grabbed off that orb, so Sato putting his life on the line so that Neon can thrive. Simplifying a smattering of damage, but eat some back in exchange. The heals are going to be there.
Yeah, how many knives did he have to use there? 2? Couple.
So
it's important.
To find the reset. As it's going to be challenging here against Indy, and there you have it. The clean one tap. And now can just collect the gun as well. Pass that over to teammate and just hold on to it himself. Looks like it's going.
लोगों को क्या लगता है गाइस? कौन जीत रहा है इस बार? मेरे को आज की परफॉर्मेंस के बाद तो पेपर एक से दिख रही है. बाकी तो पता नहीं भाई कि कांग कैसा खेलेगा कल.
Sato just staying tucked away. Mitchell's at the ready, but spikes in on that peak, is able to find something, and blows, gets the buy in exchange. The player advantage very much established here for them. Forsaken does manage to intercept Neon.
30 seconds left.
Elimination found, but now a 2v3. The swing around
Oh,
the
hell no.
Going to be dropping Forsaken, having to do it all. He's going to go TPing across the other side of the map. The util here shrugs off that damage from the Thorns. Spike now in play. King, the first to arrive. The jump spot has seen him. Forsaken pushing forward. Sees him on the other side. Just jumping over that corner.
दोनों साथ में आएंगे.
Goes back towards water. The shorty looking for the kill. 17 bullets remaining in the mag. They just go ring around the rosy. The tap of the defuse. Not committing to it quite yet though. And Forsaken
Nice.
able to isolate down to 1. Knows exactly where the other player is, but he only has 6 health. Blows has to try to go for the push. He has to go for this kill.
Nice!
Does not allow it! 13 to 10, 2-0 in the series. Paper Rex have arrived in London.
Shut fucking down, baby!
A start for them. That ascent has got to have a lot of teams shaking in their boots.
वो नाइफ वाला राउंड पे, वो नाइफ वाला राउंड बहनचोद. टाइमर देखना तुम लोग, मैं तुम लोगों को टाइमर्स दिखाता हूँ. आई डोंट नो अबाउट असेंट 29 मिनट्स और समथिंग था. इसका टाइमर 48 मिनट्स है. ये देखो, ये तो फिर भी लंबा चला है 50 मिनट तक. ये तो 29 मिनट्स में खत्म. कान तोड़ दिया था भाई पूरी टीम का. हाँ बाय द वे अपन ये दिखा रहे थे ना तुमको, मैं उस दिन की बात कर रहा हूँ. एक मिनट गाइस। इसमें नहीं है गाइस, रुको, मैंने देखा, इससे मैंने नहीं किया था। बालों की वाट लग गई है। let me get some hair care यार। पूरी बैंड बजा दी मैंने बालों की आज के दिन में। आज एक्चुअली ड्रायर मारा नहीं। He never touches, huh?
हाँ भाई कुछ बोलोगे आज के दिन?
बोल ही रहा हूँ, तुम खुद अभी आए हो। हाय हेलो
लौड़ा,
तुमने
मुझे
नहीं
कुछ
किया।
आवाज आ रहा तुम्हारा।
तुमने हाय हेलो कुछ किया नहीं, मैं क्या करूँ? मैं तो कब से बैठा
लौड़ा,
हूँ। मैं तो कब
कुछ
से
बोलोगे बहनचो?
मैं कब से बैठा हूँ। तुम खुद अभी आके बकबक कर रहे हो। तो
That girl has
मैं
two
स्ट्रीम के
tattoo,
स्टार्ट
one.
से यहीं बैठा हूँ।
That girl has only one tattoo. I can see only one tattoo. That's it.
एक तो
ठीक है।
जिस दिन
एक बैग।
जी का लास्ट गेम था, 14 घंटे के लिए लाइट नहीं थी घर पे।
क्यों बे? उधर भाई भाईंदर में लाइट जा रही है, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है भाई।
14
मेरे घर पे
घंटे
तो नहीं गई।
नहीं, अरे खाली अपना जो फेज, अब मेरी सोसाइटी वाला फेज है, जो कपूर टावर वाला फेज है, या कंचनजंगा वाला फेज है, जो खाड़ी के वहां वो साइड का
हाँ
फेज है, मेरी सोसाइटी
हाँ,
में भी
समझा
मेरी बिल्डिंग की गई और सामने वाली बिल्डिंग की गई।
समझा समझा।
वो फेज की गई। और रीजन पूछा ना, तो रात भर तो पहले फोन नहीं उठाया।
हाँ
ट्विटर पे ट्वीट डाला तो रिप्लाई आता है, आप ट्विटर पे ट्वीट क्यों डाले, हम फोन उठा रहे थे। मेन लाइन डीपी, मेन लाइन की डीपी में फॉल्ट है, पूरा स्विच फूक गया है, कल सुबह 11 बजे तक ठीक होएगा।
हाँ भाई, ये क्या पूछूंगी।
तू सोच, शाम को रात को 10:15 बजे लाइट गई थी।
अबे, I
रात
thought you were a family friendly streamer, so was watching in TV. तो मैंने कौन सा अश्लील हरकत कर दी भाई?
आपने मेरे को भर दिया ना आके,
क्या
घर वालों
मैंने
ने
क्या
सुन
भरा?
लिया होगा। बेचारे को गाली पड़ी होगी। सही शर्म करो क्रम्पी भाई।
ओ वाले भाई। ओ।
शर्म आता है।
कैसे देखते चैट वो होगा ना, वो कैसे देखो मैं मास्टर इसका क्लिप वो शर्म आता, अभी तेरे को दिखाता हूँ साले, रुक जा। हाँ ये रहा।
क्या
शर्म आता है मेरे को, आता है बहुत आता है शर्म।
क्या
ये देखो चैट,
क्या देख रहा
बहुत
है
शर्म आता है मुझे।
भोसड़ी वाला
ठीक है?
क्या, भोसड़ी वाला क्या देख रहा है
You just
भाई
ordered from Myntra.
ये चालू करने से पहले मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा हूँ कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन दिस फेस कैम, भाई इस फेस कैम, दैट्स इट। ये चालू करने से पहले मैं सिर्फ
अलग मादर चौदह आदमी है, कितना पुराना क्लिप खोला है।
ऑन हिज फेस कैम, दैट्स इट। हिम्मत कहां से आती है, लोग ऑन हिज फेस कैम और कुछ नहीं देखना देख लेते हैं ये सब।
कितना पुराना
इतनी हिम्मत कहाँ से आती है, लोग टीवी पर बिना हेडफोन्स देख लेते हैं ये सब। भाई मैं तो देखता हूँ बट मुझे पता है कि जो मतलब जब घर में कोई नहीं हुआ ऐसा, तूने वेनम की भूसी भर दी। ठीक है चैट, मैं सिर्फ बोलता रहा हूँ, सिर्फ इसका फेस कैम देखना और कुछ नहीं, ठीक है?
भोसड़ू आदमी है ये।
एक दिन स्मोक किया साइबर पे
भोसड़ू आदमी है ये। कितना पुराना वीडियो है पता है, कितना पुराना वीडियो है, शर्म आती है।
अरे भाई,
एक तो वो टाइम पे मैं सिल्वर गोल्ड पे था।
अरे भाई मैं तो कभी नहीं देखता भर दिया PRX
एक तो वो टाइम पे मैं सिल्वर गोल्ड पे था।
एक बार और अरे यार मेरा मत देखना, फिर मैं क्या करता हूँ एल्डन रिंग खेलने के टाइम। अरे भाई अरे एक दो क्लिप और है इसका, रुको रुको देखता हूँ।
वो अलग आदमी है, मेरी क्लिप्स करके बैठा है। वो अलग आदमी है, मेरी क्लिप्स करके बैठा है। अरे नसीब आपकी शॉट्स निकालू।
अरे भाई
वो मारा वो नहीं दिखाया, वो रेस को मारा वो नहीं दिखाया।
निकालो
अरे नसीबी वो मारा वो नहीं दिखाया, वो रेस को मारा वो नहीं दिखाया।
अरे भाई बेस्ट
आगे एक सेकंड आगे की राउंड पूरी दिखाओ ना।
देख सकते हैं एक्चुअली ये बॉल के पीछे अगर चुप गया ना,
आगे एक सेकंड आगे की राउंड पूरी दिखाओ ना।
जी ने चोक किया है एक्चुअल जी के अगेंस्ट।
नया थोड़ी है वो।
हाँ क्या, हाँ अरे वो तो देखा मैं अरमान भाई, थर्ड मैप मैंने नहीं देखा, 2 मैप देखा।
थोड़ी है वो।
क्या हुआ इधर, क्या हुआ बता।
जब दो पूरी टीम ने एक नहीं मारा, मैंने 2 मार दिए, 3 मार दिए एक्चुअली, मैंने 3 मारे।
चेतन भाई की चैट पढ़ो, चेतन भाई की चैट। I will put a stream and TV in front of our families again. Act संस्कारी for next 3 minutes. 300 रुपया मिलेगा।
पता था वो पुश करेगा। वो देख स्कोर कार्ड देख, 21-13 साले।
तुमने देखा नहीं क्या लोटस पर क्या ही थ्रो किया जी ने। लोटस देखा मैंने, लोटस मैंने जब 9-8 थी ना जी, या 9-7 ऐसा कुछ थी, जब उधर वो ऑफ हम हगा ना हमने बाय राउंड में, तभी मैं समझ गया कि गया इनके हाथ से पूरा गेम गया। चुन्नी डालकर बैठ जाओ भाई संस्कारी। लिपस्टिक लगा लो, लिपस्टिक। मेरा फेस पे ब्लॉक कर दिया उसका मुंह पे कुछ नहीं है, गेम है उसका, मुंह पे कुछ नहीं है, मुंह पे वही था बस। अब देखना है इसको।
I was so fucking unlucky at this time.
देखो तुम मुंह देखो, अब देखो भाई, तुम मुंह देख रहा है ना, अब देखो मुंह।
I was so fucking unlucky at this time. मैं डिप्रेशन में चले गया था इस मोमेंट पे।
जीएचए लीड ले लेती है हर बार, बट हर गेम
डिप्रेशन में चले गया था इस मोमेंट
यही
पे।
हुआ है, अच्छी लीड लेती है, डिफेंड नहीं कर पाती है। गलती तो प्लेयर्स की थी भाई, डिफेंड हो सकता, आराम से लीड पे थे, 9-7 था भाई। ये भाई वीसीटी वालों से ज्यादा सीरियस है। क्या नसीब है भाई? मत करो भाई जी, अरे यार। पर एवर ग्रीन मेरा यही है भाई, मैं मतलब हर दिन मैं इसको आके देख सकता हूँ, हर दिन। इसका सोच रहा हूँ मैं इंट्रो बना दूं इसके मुंह से रिलेटेड।
बना दे, कॉपीराइट नहीं मारू हर स्ट्रीम पे, तो बता मेरे को फिर। बना दे, कॉपीराइट नहीं मारू हर
भाई
स्ट्रीम
वेनम
पे,
भाई,
तो बता मेरे को फिर।
वेनम भाई सच्ची बोलो, तुम गुटखा खाते हो ना, इसलिए वो आदत हुई ना। अरे इसको जूम कैसे करते हैं चैट, वो ये पेज को जूम कैसे करते हैं?
कंट्रोल दबा के स्क्रॉल अप कर,
बताना।
कंट्रोल दबा के स्क्रॉल कर, कंट्रोल दबा के स्क्रॉल अप कर, कंट्रोल दबा के स्क्रॉल कर। अच्छा वो
अरे ये
नहीं,
भोसड़ी, अरे ये स्क्रॉल नहीं हो रहा,
वो अरे वो ये हो रहा है रे,
स्क्रॉल भी इधर नहीं होगा। अरे यार
इधर नहीं होगा।
अरे मादर चोद, क्या हुआ?
अरे वो ये हो रहा है रे, इधर नहीं होगा।
कोई नहीं यार। अरे भाई सब बड़ा बड़ा हो गया भिंडी। ये क्या है बे? अबे ये कितने साल पुरानी है तो, व्हाट द फक, ये कौन क्लिप किया है भाई?
खुद ही क्लिप किया है।
एनीवे भाई ये लोग आते थे तभी, ये मैंने किया है।
ये बंद कर देगा, शर्म है। अब कुछ नहीं बोलेगा।
लेट्स गो।
ये बंद कर देगा, शर्म है। अब कुछ नहीं बोलेगा। नहीं, जब बोलते ना खुद की गांड और खुद की गलती कभी नहीं दिखती।
दिखाओ,
खुद की गांड और खुद की गलती कभी नहीं दिखती।
अरे यार
अपने मिड पे ही मरे जा रहे हैं।
देख रहा हूँ क्या हो रहा है?
25 गोली इधर बर्बाद किया है।
डब्लू डब्लू
व्हाट अ डब्ल्यू, थ्रिफ्टी खाए हो।
ये हुआ मेरे साथ, इसकी माँ की आँख।
भाई जेट भाई क्या कर रहे थे भाई अपने?
मैं पता ये पूरा बालकनी था मेरे, ये जब मैं जो मुंबई में रहता हूँ ना, ये वो घर है, ये पूरा बालकनी ओपन, पूरा ओपन है। हाँ मतलब सिर्फ ग्रिल लगाई, बाकी पूरा ओपन है। अबे 2 साल पहले पतले लग रहे थे, अरे तो पतला ही था यार मैं, मतलब इतना पतला नहीं कि एकदम वैसा पर जैसा। डब्लू था भी, मत करो लाला। छिला हुआ आलू है। अरे भाई साहब अच्छा दिखता था ना मैं। Who the fuck plays in balcony? भाई मेरा मेरा यही सेटअप था। मन भाई आप मेरे इसमें ना चैनल पे जाके, जब आप फ्री रहो ना, आपके पास टाइम रहे, तो आप जाके ब्लॉग देखो, आपको पता चलेगा मैं कहाँ बैठ के स्ट्रीम करता था। उसके बाद मैंने क्या बनाया, लाइक मैंने उधर ही वही जगह पे केबिन बना लिया, मैंने ब्लॉग डाला है। ये देखो ये मेरा केबिन बना, और कहाँ गया मेरा फर्स्ट ब्लॉग, कहाँ गया? ये मेरा फर्स्ट ब्लॉग था। कैसी क्लिप भाई, कूलर वाली क्लिप भेजू? कूलर वाली, अरे वो इनको कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं समझेगा वो कूलर में बहुत छोटी सी क्लिप है भाई। वो जो उस दिन थे ना वो स्ट्रीम पे, उनको ही समझेगा वो। अबे चालू क्यों हो गया?
नहीं 5 मिनट है।
If of the year grows to, अरे मत कर बेटा,
नहीं 5 मिनट है।
मत करो। मैं तो वेना भाई को सोचता हूँ यार कभी वैलोरेंट खेले, इनको देख के मैं सीखूं कैसे खेलना है, पर खेलते ही नहीं है।
मेरा खेलना बंद हो गया है रे।
मेरे पास इसकी 100 क्लिप्स पड़ी है।
Now I am into analysis only.
अरे आप आओ ना, मेरे को भी आपको एनालिसिस करना है मेरी स्ट्रीम पे, आप स्ट्रीम तो करो।
ना 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 ना, वॉच पार्टियां कर करके हम भाई अब वही हो गया है।
अरे भाई भाई मैं ना सच बताऊं, रोज किक कर रहा हूँ भाई, मजा आ रहा मुझे।
बढ़िया है बढ़िया है।
रोज किक कर रहा भाई, कल भी कुछ 8 घंटे किया, आज भी कुछ 4-5 घंटे कुछ किया मैं, मजा आ गया भाई।
है वो हो जाएगा तेरा उसमें, बट वही है रे, मैं तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ ना, मोनेटाइज वाला सीन है, उसको करना टफ है।
सब्सक्रिप्शन का है, बाकी सब तो चीज कर लूंगा यार, वो
बाकी
थोड़ा
वही,
followers
बाकी
बढ़ाने
सब
का
तो अपन सब कर लेंगे, सब्सक्रिप्शन ही तो गेम है।
सब्सक्रिप्शन ही थोड़ा दिक्कत है जी, बाहर हो गई भाई। अब भाई क्या, अब नहीं देखने का फायदा है मेरा, तो आपका वैसे क्या फायदा था जी अगर रहती तो भी। हैं जी वैसे भी प्लेऑफ्स में अच्छा ना कर पाती भाई, बट हाँ वहां आना चाहिए था। हाँ वो यहाँ भी आके ऐसे ही होता कि सो जाते, आज अगर जी वर्सेस पेपर एक्स होता और हार जाते तो सो जाते।
पर जी वर्सेस पेपर एक्स हो ही नहीं पाता।
अरे मतलब जो भी है भाई, हो जाता तो। अभी टीएच का तीनों है ना टीम? हाँ तीनों है।
हेरेटिक्स वर्सेस आज क्या है, फोर्ट है क्या है?
वाइटलिटी है। अब एक बात बताओ वेना भाई, एक बार थोड़ा और रिव्यू करेंगे ठीक है चैट, वेना भाई की चैनल एक एक रिव्यू करनी है मुझे। ये जो आपने कल वाली जो थंबनेल लगाई है,
यस,
ये मुंडी किसकी है?
ऑटम की थी, ऑटम की जगह मेरी मुंडी है।
मैं जो जिराफ जैसी करता है।
ऑटम की मुंडी थी, ऑटम की जगह मैंने मेरी मुंडी लगा दी थी। ऑटम जिराफ ही तो है। मैं तेरे को बोल तो रहा हूँ, ऑटम जिराफ ही तो है, ऑटम की जगह मेरी मुंडी थी,
है ना?
ऑटम की मुंडी थी वो।
पैसे लगाए थे मैंने, कहाँ पैसे लगाए थे भाई?
स्टेक पे।
एफएस से कमाया, बाकी 2 गेम्स नहीं गवा भाई, ये सब भी होता है स्टेक पे।
यस।
और मैं जब बोला तुमको वो वाले थंबनेल्स बनाओ जैसे बना रहे हो वैसा बनाओ भाई।
नहीं आज वाला अच्छा लगा मेरे को।
अब तू किसी से बनवाया ना ये?
नहीं
तो
पुराना कोई उठाया, क्या बोलते हैं जो बैकग्राउंड पुराना किसी का उठाया था, उसमें फिर लोगोस वगैरह डाल दिए। चैट जीपीटी जिंदाबाद। पिंटरेस्ट पे बहुत बैकग्राउंड है रे।
वो जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती है सर। अरे यार खोल ले, सॉरी सॉरी।
पिंटरेस्ट पे बहुत बैकग्राउंड है, बहुत मतलब बहुत ज्यादा बैकग्राउंड है। एक मिनट पहले मैप वीडियो देख लेते गाइस, रुक जाओ।
So
खड़े
Heretics
रहो।
is the higher seed and they are choosing their side. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are picking.
Yeah.
Good catch.
This is already rigged.
तीनों बड़े मैप है रे, और तीनों टट्टी मैप है।
I'm rigging EMEA against EMEA. Wait, so you said attack?
हाँ ग्रम्पी, तीनों बड़े और टट्टी मैप है।
अरे बड़े ठीक है, लोटस बीटी दे दिया यार, एब्सेंट आप बॉल ले लेते मजा आ जाता। क्यूट वो दिखता है, मैं सेक्सी दिखता हूँ ना, बता तो है ना। टाइम हम सब आपको याद करते हैं जब नहीं शी एक्चुअली जिनसे बॉल पहन नहीं किया होता तो वो गेम जी।
भाई व्हाट्सएप नहीं चल रहा।
बॉल ब्रीज का स्ट्रॉन्ग थे, पल भी थे। क्या देखना है हमको यहाँ? ये देखना है क्या? इसका बोल रहा हूँ ना, ये ने गलत किया, लोटस को जाने दिए कर। भाई लोटस नहीं जाना था, वो 2-0 उधर खत्म करनी थी। 2-0 अच्छा, पर उधर तो 15 लिखा, वो तो वो लास्ट जो किल लिया वो काउंट नहीं हुआ था क्या? हाँ यार लोटस बैन करना चाहिए था जी। हाँ आप बोलो अब। बोल दिया। पर मैंने आपको दिखाया कि नहीं मन भाई, वो 15 दिखाया कि नहीं बताओ?
हाँ तो 15-1 ही तो हुआ अभी।
नहीं फर्स्ट मैच में जो
वही तो असेंट पे दवाई 15-1 ही तो मारा है।
अबे 16-1 है जहाँ वो देख वीलर देख, वो लास्ट किल काउंट नहीं किया, वो लोग ने अपडेट नहीं किया वहां, बट वो 16 था। अरे तो अपडेट
हाँ लास्ट, अबे लास्ट में 4 फ्रैग मारा ना लास्ट राउंड।
माय फॉल्ट ना, पब्लिक तो वही बोलेगी ना कि 15 किल किया, कि जो भी लाइव स्ट्रीम देखेगा
नहीं दवाई 16 मारा है, वीएलआर पे 16 है।
हाँ वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, वो लास्ट किल वो काउंट इधर हुआ बट उधर नहीं हुआ क्योंकि मैच खत्म। हाँ मैच खत्म हो गया।
हाँ भाई दवाई 35 एंड 20 प्लस 15 गया है, मस्त खेला है।
भाई ये जीत सकते थे वे लोग।
अबे मेरे को, अबे वही वाला राउंड तो पिवट हुआ जिसमें चाकू मारा जिंग ने।
इजी विन फॉर पीआरएक्स। हाँ जीत गए भाई, जीत गए।
जिंग ने जो चाकू मारा हो देखा?
हमने वीएलआर नहीं देखा था। नहीं हाँ जिंग ने चाकू मारा देखा मैंने। वो भाई वो नियॉन खुद चक्कू करने में खुद ही चक्कू हो गया मैच।
समथिंग रुक गया वहां पे, उसके बाद उसने मार्शल चलाई टुडुंग। क्या बोलते हो गाइस? 2-0 ग्रम्पी भाई 5-5 गिफ्टेड का हो जाए।
क्या इस साला तेरे जब जब आता हूँ तो यही क्यों पूछता है बे?
हो जाए हो जाए। अरे तो क्या मैप देखने में मजा है, एटलीस्ट कुछ तो मजा है।
चलेगा। अगर वाइटलिटी जीती तो तू 5 गिफ्टेड देगा, अगर टी8 जीती तो वेनम 5 गिफ्टेड देगा।
सब जीती। माइक बंद करके हंस रहा है।
clip this shit please clip this
You are shit.
came down to something 1v1 with Marshall and he hit headshot. अरे यार भाई ये प्रोफेक्ट का चेहरा देखो, ठीक है? तुमने प्रोफेक्ट का चेहरा देखा? ये देखो, इसका कोई अच्छा टकला वाला फोटो क्यों नहीं है इसका कोई? अरे चट कोई टकला वाला फोटो क्यों नहीं है इसका ब्रो? तुमको दिख रहा है ये ओपन लिंक न्यूटन? अरे मां यहाँ ब्रो दिस इज परफेक्ट, ठीक है? पर अभी खोलेगा।
जीत रही है रे वाइटलिटी, हेरिटिक से नहीं हो पाएगा।
परफेक्ट वाइटलिटी
हेरिटिक से नहीं हो पाएगा, वाइटलिटी का गेम है।
लोडी नहीं हो रहा है, मतलब मैं दिखाना चाह रहा हूँ एकदम ही सेम दिखते हैं भाई, डिट्टो कॉपीज। बेबी वर्जन है तो भाई बोल तो रहा हूँ उसी का बेटा है फिर भाई, डिट्टो सेम दिखते हैं भाई। भाई देख क्या वेनम
क्या
लिक ब्लैक क्लिफ सीरीज लिक, उसमें जो मेन लीड है ना उसका चेहरा और प्रोफेक्ट का चेहरा देख।
ब्लैक लिप सीरीज,
ब्लैक लिस्ट जो तेरा नाम आता था जिस लिस्ट में कॉलेज में
आया ही नहीं कभी।
मतलब तेरा खुद का कॉलेज था ये बताना चाह रहा है?
अरे केसी कॉलेज में था मैं।
क्या हाल चाल है एलएम भाई? राम राम। क्या
वो कॉलेज में जाने के काफियों ने खाली सपने ही देखे हैं जिस कॉलेज में था मैं।
पीआरएक्स जीतने वाली है लंदन, मैं तो भाईंदर जीतने वाला हूँ। आप जो डिटो कॉपी है हम सबके एल चुप चोरी। भाई एलएम भाई तुमने दोस्ती दिखा दी भाई।
ओ टकला बम
बंदी हो गई ना।
There are 7 जुड़वास in the world.
है ना? 7 to 7 ना?
2 मिल गए।
भाई सेम टू सेम भाई.
हेरेटिक सेज खेल रही है.
Would you still assume that Vitality are the favourite team on Breeze?
It was a close affair last time we saw it. I believe it was a 13-10 to Vitality, so really they just need to get off on the right foot, I think, Mimi. I think that I mentioned Profek on Harbour being one of the question marks for me because he had looked uncomfortable on it at points, and of course this is the player that we kind of highlighted needing to be able to step up.
For sure. I do see Vitality as a favorite here. I was critical of some of the group stage play, but I think they looked really good on this map domestically. I like the way that they're using these rounds, playing that double controller look, and
एक मिनट मेरे को म्यूट करने दे, तेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही. बोल बोल बोल.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ म्यूट कर रहा हूँ अपने आप को.
चल डन डन.
To be finally joining you here in our hometown as well of London, and what a great game to start with. Call it a revenge match, call it maybe a test of Heretics coming in the hometown. But what it is a tantalizing prospect, Mike.
Definitely is. I would argue a bit of a blessing, right, for Heretics to come in. A little bit of downtime, an opportunity to watch some of these games and really, I guess, probably piece together the overall approach here. I don't think we're going to see too much of a difference, but interesting for us to start here on Breeze. Profek, for me, obviously the biggest talking point. A little shaky previously, upwards trend for him the last few times we've seen it, but
okay, good night.
Part of this composition on Breeze. I'm certainly looking for him to have a good game here on map 1.
It's already obviously Vitality on the attack, meaning Heretics on the defending side. Sayonara trying to get things started with that crunch towards B. So we're going to be in the crosshairs and a quick execution.
बोला ना Vitality जीत जाएगी रे. Vitality का गेम है भाई. Vitality मार देगी, नहीं जीत पाएगी Heretics. तो ठीक है, नसीब से पहला मिला है वो लोग को सीड.
You consider this, we'll find Durka ahead of time. Opportunity now, the headshot actually on Chronicle, piecing together a ton of damage here.
खत्म कर देगी Vitality, बहुत जल्दी खत्म होगा. I'm telling you.
Just at a moment where it looks as if Heretics is going to get the one that, gives them a bit of access towards sight.
And do roll your minds back, right? Regular season, the Vitality was struggling in those pistols. They were absolutely down in the doldrums, something that had plagued them for a long time. Speaking to Powell during that kind of rebuild phase when hope was reignited, there's a lot of Sayonara actually apparently kind of at the helm of those conversations, wanting to take some accountability for them.
Which is actually really interesting for such a young player to kind of be reflective in that way. But certainly for me, again, where Vitality have really kind of stretched their legs a bit, he has been the focal.
भाई लोग bandit कितना चलाते हैं.
A weird engagement here. We're actually coming out way worse off in exchange with Chronicle.
Kind of, I guess, dismantled a little bit of that 4-play stack on B. Now, again, when they identify that, who knows? But Boo's felt enough pressure being put on Wood that he wants to at least be in support, maybe get that heal across and see what can be achieved off the back of that. He's kind of essential at this point, and as you can see, it's a bit of a messy trade-out. Boo does manage to catch Chronicle, but really, the bulk of it was going to be this B hit, but they've cancelled on this.
It's going to be a huge rotation here. Letting Durka maybe catch somebody in transition. Rien's arguably the first in that equation. Going to be a wide open site here for Vitality. Durka still showing presence, so we'll keep them interested at least, but I think they're going to have a very quick confirmation. There's no follow-up.
No, and I quite like this willingness to adjust, right? Even up against a round that should just be on pistols, this should be farming for Durka. Beautiful work early. And in position.
You are so beautiful.
Early. Also just feel confident, right? Get that going as best he can. Plant's obviously going to be in. And the name of the game for Heretics is 1, don't feed across too much, and 2, see if they can make it costly somewhere.
Really got any point of weakness. Other than here, Boo actually
they are going for it.
Now you want to really see 3 of these weapons maintained, but Rians does have a scope to try and do some further damage, and Boo keeping them interested for the time being. Vitality got to manage their time.
डर के इतना शांत कैसे रे मार क्यों नहीं रहा है?
Careful, right? There's a fine line, and Durka might be just dying for the cause. It's fine. The round will be theirs, but the silver lining is there for Heretics. They made something out of nothing, even in the loss of a round. Enemy remaining.
To find Boo at least. Rians will give it up to the spike.
Yampe was like try कर लेते हैं.
Guardian maintained here.
क्यों हर एक मार दूं, पर वो आया ही नहीं.
I think it'll have too much of an impact, but certainly here, I mean. Heretics coming out with a ton of damage you wouldn't expect, given the situation here on that approach back into the A side. Whole progress here. It's Sayonara and Profek to
गाइस 2 फॉलोअर्स और चाहिए पता है 2
these opening couple of rounds. Nothing really to note. Heretics Boo getting closer and closer to that res.
Big investment coming back in for Vitality, though, because it cost them an arm and a leg, so...
But yeah, they've now effectively got 2 players off kilter. In terms of the finances, slower approach here, maybe anticipating a little bit of aggression.
And probably the right thing to, once you get into the kind of bulk of the buy round, you slow the tempo down, try and get an understanding of maybe how Heretics want to be playing this. Is there aggression maybe behind Kosh Maras, who is an explosive player?
Yeah, I mean, still a terrifying prospect for any team coming up against Heretics.
But it's also one of those things where we have to eye test how he does in big environments. Yes, he did well obviously in EMEA, but does that translate to a situation like this? It's a little bit of a different one where you have to be so aggressive and confident, something that stood out to us.
Yeah, and a very momentum-focused player, so coming in here cold the first series, if it's...
फटफट वाइटैलिटी अगर जीत गई तो मजा आ जाएगा किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया होगा वो काम हो जाएगा
That is a really choreographed take there towards that front pillar. That's beautiful. Benji threads the needle, stunning on the follow-up, but it's quelled quickly by Profek. Already a 3v2 and sights in their control. Boo.
Left now.
Yeah, Woot's a mile away. Boo would have to do something big now if he wants even a chance at it.
He kept inside this for the time being, but doesn't really have anybody to challenge onto. Man advantage here for Vitality, and they just need to tuck in. It's forcing Woot to clear all of this deep space. Gets himself into window, but
3-0.
The clock's running down already.
Yeah, they've got to get a wiggle on if they even fancy a chance. This feels like, as much as these rounds are very costly for Vitality, they are in the upper hand. Boo! It's a formality in the end as Vitality get
Perfect.
3 here. As I said, these haven't been clean, right? These aren't the easiest outcomes, but by now you're sitting at 3-0. You know that you've got Heretics money and finances on the back foot.
Coming out of that as well, Hunter's Fury going to be available for Sayonara. Did discuss the res, it's available here, but again, you have to see how this buy will settle. Kosh Maras unable to have a say in these opening 3 rounds.
And I think that's a really big point for me. 0-3, Woot 0-3. You've got 2 of your big heavy hitters, right, Mike? And they're just a little bit absent. I need to see that ball rolling.
I mean, Woot's been challenging.
He's there.
Kept in check.
Well, speaking of being kept in check, an early challenge. Durka, no stranger to stages like this. And Woot on the other side, probably expecting this. I can imagine the pre-fire should be relatively accurate. No?
I was going to say, if that angle actually suits Woot a little better, but doesn't. Catch a glimpse and just shut down immediately.
That's such a nice early pick again. Above a minute still, plenty of time to play with. All they've really seen is Durka. They don't maybe know that there's a lot behind this yet. So you can imagine
3 लोग देख रहे हो यार, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. By the way, Vitality is having it for one-sided thing.
Durka waiting for anyone to overextend as well. Kron's waiting for Rien's curiosity to peak.
अगर peak किया Chronicle को 1, 2, 3 peak.
3 bodies behind this though. They've got to do their due diligence in terms of the clearance. I mean, Boo does have
peak re.
a bulldog in hand to do some damage. Go through. Durka to dash in. Doesn't actually catch him on the first tier and stunned away.
And 30 seconds, it does get a bit dangerous now. 3 players on the site and a decent enough couple of weapons to make something threatening.
नहीं, but Chronicle was like, मैं तो Rien's को ही देखूंगा. मैं Rien से अपना crosshair हटाऊंगा ही नहीं. Matter ही करता.
From Yampi on the call as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It feels well balanced.
Absolutely.
They play kind of slow, but they are playing it kind of एकदम perfectly.
Huh? Here if he's even given the opportunity to find an exit across the map. So impressed so far. Vitality looks so composed in some of these slower setups. You know, even here, I mean, Boo's unfortunate with that step back behind default. Could have potentially pieced together 2 with the Bulldog. Benji will catch a tag here. Will shut down Chronicle at least. Perfect. Still certainly interested. Will lose a rifle.
Look, these rounds have been costly, man. It is costing Vitality an arm and a leg to be doing this, but the number keeps marching on, 4-0. Vitality not feeling much of a threat here from Heretics. I can imagine early timeout should be on the cards, because as Billy was saying earlier on, 13-10, it was a close affair when they met last in that final.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue probably in a different way. They were fighting tooth and nail for some of those rounds.
It was scrappy.
Unfortunately here, this is where you come back to the composition. In terms of Heretics kind of success throughout stage one. It was built around Koshmaras. I think that's fair to say. Certainly the driving force to get a couple of these other players certainly playing more confidently.
Yes,
In
absolutely.
Heretics, it's always the, I hate saying it, the age-old discussion, our own game. And then there was always just slow and questions from the outside looking at that. And really, for me, you've got to have everybody putting their foot forward to really take the initiative.
Yeah, and I mean, looking through the Coinbase win condition here, it's take a pick for Heretics. They need something to be a win con. Maybe it being getting Koshmaras active, maybe getting Wu online. One of these things has
Carry
to
bhai
come
ko kya
through,
hua?
because as it stands, the two big hitters
Carry bhai
are
ke birthday ka posting.
For me, the big thing here being the operator going forward, finding some value in the early round, certainly shutting down Vitality's ability to just control these rounds from the get-go. Limit the options of Vitality in terms of this early pressure they're certainly putting towards A main. You're actually going to see Wu flip things up completely. Maybe try and get a little aggressive outside B. That could be the first opportunity really to take a round back. Actually pivoting over to mid here, so there's bodies on the other side for Vitality.
मजा आएगा रे.
Certainly you'd hope could find an opener here. All the way into elbow, right behind this wall.
It's a good shout. How far does he go? Does he stay on this?
Get out of my way.
He's got a double. You couldn't ask for a better beginning. Finally for Heretics to get that confidence building. Benji dives in with his own. Finally, the stars aligning here as Sayonara. Well, take this one out. I don't know if you've been 1v5 good. That would be quite impressive, wouldn't it?
Plenty of time left on the clock here. Again, certainly not looking for Heretics to go forward and hunt this. They can get an entire purchase under their belt behind this.
The things are left, right, dead center, bhai. मजा आ रहा है.
This old cycle as well.
And again, for a team that's playing quite diligently, I wanted to say that Vitality have been very solid in how they were handling those early rounds. Surely the protocol list now just needs to be aware of having that operator in play, right? Why are we leaving the chance of elbow being taken over? Why are we just going through this without considering it at that point? If this is the solution that Heretics want, they need to be on the money now. This is a quick, easy answer for Vitality if they can catch on fast enough.
We're getting three position towards bottom mid and a knife towards double.
These girls are happy for Heretics, man. I am happy for Vitality. I need Durka to win. And I need Durka to win fast, bro.
So intention towards mid. It didn't draw anybody from Heretics. They had three over towards the B side, and Wu happily taking that space at top mid.
So I could go for the Women's World Cup and uske baad I could go for the FIFA World Cup. सारे sports एक साथ चल रहे हैं, सबको एक साथ cover करना as a journalist is very tough, huh?
Three splitting through mid. They've not really stopped. The W key has been held down the whole way.
Ha, shot Durka. Sayo is finally on board now.
Leading up to this point. So now down to Rien's, Boo and Wu. Res there for
Are they going to save?
if they get a chance.
I mean, look at where these death markers are.
Yeah.
There's no chance of getting back into this. Wu now trying to find something.
Are they freaking going to save it? I guess yes, they just got the barrel out there. They just got the barrel out there. Riens gets one.
Wow, actually now that makes it
Do we do? Winnable?
Yeah, you can hear the spike, but I think it's just gone that little bit away. And again, yes, a couple of kills in the exits. It looks all right, but it's not getting you rounds.
But what's interesting to see here is Vitality's instant decision-making here to address that. Is that right? You want to take elbow?
Right up the guts.
Flying up mid.
That's madness. And keep in mind how close Wu was to catching one in the heels, right?
Gun बचा लेगा वो भाई नहीं बचाई डार्ट मार के गन उड़वा दी
but you know the operator at double doors there. He's cool green light B side. Let's go.
And Koshmaras still yet to get off the starting blocks. Normally we wouldn't harp on about it, but it's such a stark contrast to how he was performing in those games leading up to this qualification. And we haven't seen him tested like this. He came out flying. He looked confident. He looked locked in. Here, he's locked out. 0-5, and we saw that shot in the last round. He's got to wake up. It's not a one-man game, but when he was so exceptional, we ask big things now.
But again, to come back to the composition here, it's like, what? other than going hyper aggressive, how do you get Kosh Moras into the thick of it in some of these rounds?
I mean, we were questioning that during their route
Yeah,
to this point.
absolutely.
It was just this
absolutely.
wild aggression, very well handled, really in your face. But look at the tempo again. Vitality just kind of crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Need to see that protocol list kept in check. They're going to note that Benji's on the switch here as well, over towards the A site. How do they want to approach that? Already, Durka getting the first couple of steps towards that A site itself. Riens. Sivering getting a bit of chip here. Benji
Red ke beech
he's
ke.
in the corner. Kosh Moras on the flank. This could be huge for him. We're going to have the Hunter's Fury on top, taking all the attention, potentially hurting them back. Kosh Moras finally drawing blood. Wu in the follow-up. We're getting a bit of action now.
Now it's Prophet to try and hold down this space here.
At least one Prophet.
Will double down.
Finally.
Spike not planted yet.
I know, they've been held at the door, right? With that Viper's pick coming in, you had the Hunter's Fury on top. This took a lot to get to this point, but Kron and Sayonara, there's going to be a chance, and it's slim to none. Kosh Moras remembering who he is.
Nice try. GG's for this round.
Round now for Heretics.
Both starting 0-3, but both delivering 3Ks now to get themselves back into this opening map. And for a moment there, when the pit actually spreads backwards, sure, it cuts off any further progress behind sight, but doesn't deny that plant. Vitality still don't get a window of opportunity to find it. It's just such a chaotic exchange towards double doors.
Nine! Let's go! Let's go! Nine! Let's go!
And even here, signs of life, still a 5-2 scoreline. Heretics will break the purchase at least. Couple of ults to consider here. Yampi just one away from the null command as well. It's Chronicle and Durka to invest.
Again, we noted how fragile the economy had been. So many exit kills going over the other way, but apparently Vitality don't care. The slow tempo to the quick. Can Heretics now soak the hit again?
भगाओ रे खत्म करो फटाफट. Nice one. Yampi gets one, Durka gets one. Perfect.
Yampi. Durka teed up to succeed. Plant should be on the cards. Recovered weaponry. They got the keys.
अल्टी मारने का जरूरत ही नहीं है.
Here for Chronicle, and it will be invested. Awkward in terms of the spread, but we'll give them an opportunity to cut off some of the approach. I mean, Heretics still look very interesting.
अल्टी मारने का जरूरत ही नहीं है यार.
Yeah, kept at bay here. The stun won't get him anything. Would find Durka though.
All right, just bulldozer in, I guess. Keep going. Can you get past Kron? That's going to be tougher, and it's not going to work. You might want to call it quits on this, but Kosh Moras fancies his chances. Does he still?
Nice.
Probably not.
अरे मैं बोल रहा था भाई.
And he might be the one to tee it up to close there. Off the back of the trade, Vitality flipping.
बिना अल्टी भी निकाल देते पता है. अच्छा खेल रहे थे.
I love that.
So decisive. Again, this is on the back of what a Guardian and a Phantom invested. This flash is sublime from Yampi. You get two players looking to get aggressive in front of default towards main, but it's the perfect recipe. Unfortunately, there's nobody top mid to really stop that from spiraling out of control so quickly.
We got the double timeout burn here. First half. What's that saying to you, man? I feel like you're trying to get a grip on the roster.
It feels like a panic button.
Yeah, it does.
To be honest. Some of these round wins for Vitality, very telling in terms of confidence levels, in terms of comfort here on the stage. I think Vitality looking to strike, whilst Heretics are looking a little shaky.
And I love that point, but I do want to kind of take this a little bit of a further step back. I want to give credit to the coaching staff for the prep coming in here from Vitality. The fact that they played this relatively recently in the finals, a very close affair when they met last time. But they've come back in with a really good tempo read, it feels like, a good understanding of how they want to deal with Kosh Moras and potentially Wu. Now, we've had a couple breakthrough rounds from those two, but it needs to be a bit more than that now. The depth gets tested. So credit in my mind is there to Vitality. It was always that question mark of what have they done between then and now? And I think we're seeing a little bit of that here in front of us.
Certainly seeing a different approach here and a different level of confidence, certainly. Again, the big questions throughout stage one, it's what the hell's going on with the in-game leadership? What's the call? What's the direction? Everybody kind of wanted to have their say and do their own thing now. Terrifying prospect. I mean, most of these opening duels are stacked 3 or 4 deep on the side of Vitality. Again, kind of nerfing Boo's ability to go forward with somebody, find a trade, get the res off and really find the value there. I mean, the low-hanging fruit value of playing the Sage here, and we're not really seeing anything outside of that in terms of the utility to shut Vitality down. It's always a two-pronged approach here from Vitality that's difficult to get value off a slow orb or a wall somewhere.
And again, after the back of a timeout, look at the pace. Slow it down. Let's see if they're running some deeper aggression. They try and do something a bit weird and wonderful. Let's take our time. And is the reward there? Yes, at least in the form of information. Kron can't quite punish it, but it's got Durka going back in. Man, he makes stages like this just look so comfortable for himself. A treat to watch. And a rough one for Heretics. It feels like they've been trying here, but it was a very simplistic answer to go aggressive on the extremity. And now that puts Wu right in the crosshairs.
Ooh, Durka actually onto the angle behind the Cloudburst. Won't be noted just yet. Again, this is all just a bit of a feign of heavy intention towards A here. Cosmos got to be careful.
अरे नाइस ट्राई रे, यहाँ पे मार देना चाहिए था कॉस्मोस
that's
को
absolutely huge for him as well.
अगर ये राउंड में मारता ना, ये राउंड में निकलता 7-2 होता.
Now the pivot comes in though. Where does Vitality go? Pick your poison at this point. The stack on B or Woot potentially on A. It looks like they fancy their odds on B. Kosh Moras still patrolling over towards main. Benji pushed up towards that front side. Pillar and Boo on the back lines. There's that wall.
Now let's see.
Could buy some good time, but it turns the eyes from Kosh Moras.
अरे मैं बोला ना वो टाइम पे ही मारना था याम्पी को.
And the absolute depth to that. What a bailout with time like this. I don't think you got any.
Boo looking to get a little more curious. We'll try and hold on to this as best they can. It's just Durka and Profek to hold on to weapons here. And the first time we've really seen Heretics force a scramble out of Vitality, and the clock basically deciding that it was so late.
वहाँ पे याम्पी को मारना चाहिए था. याम्पी वेव अराउंड रे. कॉस्मोरस उसके बाद में 3 मार गया और तीसरा तो कुछ भी मार गया.
Benji in this and kind of flipping where those
because
positions
at the moment
are.
there where it's like, yeah, we tag Woot with the drone, we know he's going to be playing aggressive off the TP, he's obviously got an operator in hand. Certainly a window. If you're going to coin flip the mid round like this, send it up double doors again. They found success through that. A splits have been really hard for Heretics to handle.
I think they've heard you. Straight up middle through double doors. I think they might like what you were saying. Now, do they continue? They've seen Boo here.
रशन करना चाहिए एकदम W.
What's going on? The flash before was
अल्टी मार दिया. अल्टी पे स्केल अप करना चाहिए. वॉल डाल दिए. फ्लैश पीक परफेक्ट. एक फ्लैश और है ना? नहीं, द फ्लैश इज डन. बट प्रोफेक और सायो भाई पागल हो गए हैं. हर राउंड में थोड़ी होगा. एक आधे राउंड में मार दिया.
Keep it simple, it looks damn good.
I mean, yeah, the slower round certainly their demise, but another beautiful take. I mean, what did Boo and Woot do in this situation? Yampy finding comfort once more on this role. It's been a long time coming, and a historic role for him, but these flashes opening up the sights perfectly. And Woot just he can't find a comfortable position back against the wall anywhere on this site right now.
So then do you just have to push him up in towards A main? Do you try and play him down middle? Do you try and get him active? He was good in elbow. Do you have to then free him up? Maybe let Kosh Moras be a little bit more of the anchor almost. I don't know how you start investing into this. Well, they've given Kron the operator. Oh!
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Give Kron the operator!
But like I said, these first engagements always stacked up by Vitality. They can't go for the res in this situation.
Oh my god, this is just a beauty to watch, but it's getting hectic on the site. Yampy wants that spike down. He wants a bit of control here. Woot's still patrolling. Benji's unknown, and Rienz is lingering in the back lines.
Nice
Dark
shot.
has done enough. Already takes a bit of work in towards double doors and pushes further.
Spotted him.
He can see the blood in the water, but a miss. Rienz gets to live, but barely breathing on 10. Woot, you've got to be a bit of a hero here because it's all on you in a 1v3. It don't matter. Kron is on an absolute heater there. What the hell did that man just do?
Absolutely beautiful. And I think this is just desperation from Boo. It's like, right, go forward, take an opening duel, I'll res you, whatever happens. But he's just caught with his pants down, trying to wall off here for the res. Vitality.
David, have some balls, yeah? Have some balls.
I think that is the game plan. Yeah, it's just ballsy plays up mid once more. Again, very fine margins. If a couple of these Heretics players win that opening duel, Woot can TP out, Boo can then throw a slow orb in, wall something off. It could go completely
It's coin flips, man. It's coin flips. But if you're backing yourself, if you're, as I think Durka put it, having some balls, it seems to work out. You've had Durka doing so much on those extremities, and Kron doing the same thing was absolutely nuts. Because I think Heretics had, I don't say the right answer, but it's the one that feels logical. But again, how far do you want to dig deeper here? Woot, you need control somewhere. And a miss and a second chance at life for Woot.
One of the few situations though, there's two players stacked behind Woot's opening position here. Vitality still anticipating further aggression elsewhere, but I think Riens and Benji are going to be happy to tuck into B site here. Boo going to be noted. Crossmass on the judge up close and personal. Is he cleared? Well, he might just be cleared off Hunter's Fury, but a couple of misses.
Yeah, he's good. He's still good here. Nah, you don't. You wouldn't dare go that far. Oh! Okay, it's fine. Koshmaras got that. I was so scared Durko was going to do something stupid with that. But it's fine. He's won his fight there. They've won out on that side of the map. But the pivot's already coming in here. Can Heretics identify that in time?
30 seconds left.
I'm going to get a sound cue here on the back of Riens' position.
Nice one, Yampi.
Not going to find him. Yampi will find Woot, though. 20 seconds left on the clock, Lauren.
They got to go, and they're going into 3 here. They picked the harder side of the map. They don't know about it. The rotation's in. Riens and Boo standing side by side, holding the line. 13 seconds, and the young gun has to do it all.
10 seconds left.
3 players and a spike to plant. Come on. I think he knows this one's done for Boo to close the account. It's 4-8, Mike. It's competitive in the end. But the way these rounds went, Vitality looked good.
Absolutely. Again, Heretics just being shut out of so many of these rounds that it felt like a formality. Vitality would have the advantage here in the first half, but not going anywhere. Heretics can bring this back in a second. Certainly have their work cut out for them.
Oh, they absolutely do. So while we take a moment of a breather here on the half, we'll be handing it over to the stage where Frankie is standing by with 2 very special guests.
Reese is Benji's best friend. Charlie is Benji's brother. He is the toast of London right now. Reese, what's it like seeing him playing in London as you've been to all the events he's played at so far?
It's lovely. It's so good to see him in London. He's been wanting to be here for a long time. And for me, I've been to Shanghai, Paris, Berlin, and it's a lot cheaper, I'll tell you that.
Basically, he's taking you around the world.
Yeah, exactly that. It's nice to see him all around the world. So, but hometown's a lot better.
The years of friendship paying off. The years of being a brother hopefully paying off for you too, Charlie. Do you get nervous on his behalf?
No, not at all. He always messages me before the game, and he says,
कहाँ से हो by the way आप
this
buddy?
one is the freest game. I've got this. Don't even worry about it.
He said that about this game that's happening right now.
Yeah, of course. It's fucking. Who are they called again?
Oh,
Vitality. Vitality. It's easy. Come on, man. Yeah, come on.
I mean, you say it's easy, but Benji and Team Heretics never won a Masters before. Why do you think this is their time?
That's a great question. I have no idea. But you know what? I believe in blind faith. I believe in playing in your hometown, you know? You've got it.
Delusional, they look alike for sure.
Reese, do you believe in a lower bracket run? I'm not saying it's getting into that situation yet, but you know what? We love a miracle.
I mean, we can do anything. Lower brackets is exactly what we want. More games to watch, so I'll be excited if we do.
More games to watch, more games to ramp up to the grand final. But first of all, Team Heretics.
कहाँ से हो by the way, आलू भाई?
All right, don't worry about the swearing.
वाट लग
Frankie
चुकी है
has
भाई
the
इस bottle
foulest
की.
mouth backstage, so if anything, it's probably hurtful.
इस bottle से पानी बाहर आ रहा है, पी नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
Perfect. Okay, so kind of let's summarize this half a little bit and kind of lead into the second. Because it felt like Vitality have set a bit of a tone to this now.
Certainly, yeah. I mean, so decisive in some of these early rounds. And I think definitely catching Heretics off guard. You can see so many times where there's a player going forwards, not expecting to find 3 or 4 people staring them down, and Vitality run away with the early round. They're just a little disappointed not to see the turning point earlier on in the half where Heretics were happy to commit to some of these opening games. It was Wu kind of probing, maybe a second.
आलू भाई जवाब ही नहीं दे रहे यार. W thumbnail लिख के गायब हो गया आलू भाई.
When I saw Koshmaras kind of like diving in a sec, but that is the play to look at because we called out the fact that they were very slow on the start, but they've got themselves towards the top of the board. They did start coming online towards that later part of this, but look at Elbow, and they might fall into this trap. I don't know if Woot knows about
spotted
this.
the TP.
The temptation too much to back away from it, but
Kron bhai.
the confidence is sky high and it's going to be punished. And
Kron bhai को trade कर लिया गया है.
For V2. The early damage is there.
Kron bhai perfection के साथ काम करते हुए, and it's done for Vitality. Map 1 goes to Vitality. 10 for GG.
Another pistol converted here from Vitality. 4 left standing, Lauren.
And keep in mind, this team was one of the lowest rated pistol round teams.
I mean, they were awful.
They were shocking at it. But what's a difference?
Durka shot. Here, you see this back into main. Beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, maybe a little blind faith required here in the second half. Heretics on the back foot once more. Couple of Guardians, Durka again. Be actually the one to invest the most here. Heretics want to get spotted out by this try. You need to up the way. I mean, the TP spotted previously, not placed here, so be any early indicators for Vitality to go forward, but don't expect them to. I mean, the benefit of the scoreline, certainly this purchase compounding that.
There. And again, do remember, this is Vitality's choice. So don't fear just yet. Obviously, I think the memory of how close the previous series was, and on this map especially as well, is going to be in mind. I mean, Lotus, similar situation too, so I think we are on
I mean,
for
you could argue Koshmaras having a slow opening game. Here we go to Lotus, and certainly one of the bigger win conditions for Heretics.
Alu bhai gaib
Maybe
hai.
not be there. We don't know. This map's not done.
No, it's certainly not.
This could certainly be an opportunity to turn things around for that individual.
Sayonara, getting ready to set.
Nice shot, nice shot.
It's
Spam it.
stuff from Chronicle.
Spam it, you damn it.
Pistols. So making it look quite easy here. And sadly for Heretics, I think they're not getting those little win conditions they were looking for. Potentially a chance to get a plant or catch a player. No, catching nothing here. Chronicle just building up ult orb after ult. Look at that, 4 kills. Simple stuff for them, very in control, Mike.
Flawless round 2, unfortunately, with this scoreline. Feel like the beginning of the end for Heretics. They can really piece together something to take back control and shift, honestly, the momentum.
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like they're a little absent here. I want Heretics to get a little
It's
farther.
over, eh?
Even in the losses, that's fine. In the first half, in the first couple of rounds, even when they were catching a couple of exits, making the rounds a little costly, I was like, okay, they're still in this. I don't want that to slowly filter away. That's my concern. However, a buy in hand now. Koshmaras, I need you to really find that X factor again. There's the flash in. Boo, gonna be able to tuck himself away towards main.
Kind of aim and control ki fight hai.
Be bullish in approach. They want to keep this space. They want to stamp their authority very early on. And I like the reaction on the other side. Deeper hold coming out. Very traditional in approach.
2 players here, I mean, these early signs of indication. Chronicle has to respect this, though. Big reveal coming through, no spam. Able to connect here, and a wall potentially secure control for the time being. Plant will come through. Full 5v5 in the post.
Plant done, 5v5 post plant, 52 HP for Koshmaras.
It feels like Vitality
Heal
were
bhi
playing
aa
to the
jayegi
potential of
thodi
this,
time
considering how
mein.
deep they were sat on B. There was never going to be like a risk to life unless someone went insanely deep on that. Durka trying to spam away, but Boo the one to take
Default
potentially first
cleared
contact.
for a
See a
moment.
late bit of presence coming in through elbow as well. There's the
The
reveal.
spams will come
Punish,
around.
no,
The
again,
spams
being
will
held
come
back
around.
by the wall, by the util, by everything that's in play. Vitality aren't getting much of a look in here. As Profek tries to take a look, it's Wood to find Kron. Maybe just trying to keep him locked in at this point. Do something with this.
Nice one, Durka.
Durka's doing a lot of something with it. Okay. I mean, round's gone, right? Round is gone, but
yeah, but I mean, the damage is huge. This damage is massive.
Oh, Benji.
It's over.
You needed something.
With the scoreline here, everybody falling there. Again, yes, the round goes in their favor, but it doesn't exactly enable a comeback.
No, it
Springboard off
doesn't.
this round victory. What?
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair play. All right. Get a few of those, but and look at this knock-on effect. You're saying it. We had to see the comeback, right? This has to be not near on flawless. I mean, pretty close. 10 rounds found early for
Fine
Vitality.
with the decision making in that round, to the point where Vitality just calls like, right, box
Lock
them in.
Yeah. All right. Does it work out for them? This is a huge round for Heretics. All eyes on it if they want a chance to bring this back to some sort of fair fight.
3 light shields for Durka to punish as well.
It is like Koshmaras.
Doesn't catch Catch a bite here in mid.
इन्ने बड़े मैप पे तुम एरिस लेके आती.
Heretics now stacked up to follow this drone potentially. Big info from Yampi.
That's 4. He's seen it all. Does he get to live through it? Koshmaras denied on the scale up if you wanted to.
इन्ने बड़े मैप पे तुम एरिस लेके आती.
Who takes a look and takes a life.
अरे एरिस चलाने को भी नहीं मिलती.
And there's no trade, and there's no pressure back in. They're starting to look like they're stalling out here. Woot's got Durka down, but you've got Yampi spraying and praying, crawling in unison. Rienz and Boo trying to bring back Benji on his feet, and it's Boo finding more.
2v3.
Trying to hold on now in a 3v2, but put back into the place.
वो की HP देखो.
With 2 standing, Sayonara getting the info on 1, and he still has that reveal. Double swing. Oh, it's so easy for Vitality. How are they making it look simple in these scenarios?
I mean, even here, the res is bold to commit to here. That initial spam through, but get us the timing here to find that kill to Koshmaras. Cut the sight lines, completely isolating for the rest of the team, and you even said it. No trade. Who's swinging through that? Who's swinging into the big unknown behind that wall? Great work here from Vitality to remove the head of Heretics on this approach. Just like that, 11 on the board and a byproduct of round 15 once more. Now, Vitality win the follow-up. Look what you've got to prevent map point.
As you said that, the longer game defined on those last 2 rounds pretty much.
Actual में बता रहा हूँ भाई.
Alright, give me a miracle here, Heretics.
Playoff से better stage लग रहे थे मेरे
what you
को.
got in mind. Does it
Playoff सारे one side हो रहे. 2 games हो गए हैं, दोनों one side.
What? Where and how?
That was Chronicle, yes, the bricks.
God damn, they've been working, man. They've been working. Look at that little like jump spot that they've got on this. Filth.
So I am angry about it that अगर GE यहाँ तक नहीं पहुँच पाई है तो यार बुरा हुआ है GE के साथ.
Seeing Sayonara could be, maybe keep it in mind already. Prophet coming over is
Durka
given
get
the
range.
freedom to fight, and then Sayonara goes in. Great work from Benji, but quickly
Durka gets
handled.
Benji as well.
As Boo and Koshmaras might need to face the music.
Koshmaras is 75.
Looking like it's fated to be on the boards here. Make me a believer, Boo.
Wow.
I mean, it ain't pretty. Yeah, it ain't pretty. But it will get the job done. It leaves him down low, though. But Koshmaras can't make it there any faster now. Support's on the way.
Slide on, find the first.
Koshmaras?
Cleaned up here.
30 seconds left.
He's seen
Get off
one.
the rifle. They try and make a stand here.
I don't think he knows they're there so fast. I mean, Durka's had a bit of a map here as well, quietly working away, putting them up to 12 rounds now. And Heretics held on 5. And it feels rough looking at this. Looking a little flat here in the end, losing a lot of that burst.
What a display from Vitality in this opening map. And if there was any questions about coming back to probably a little bit of an awkward series to kick off playoffs, but certainly looking to make a statement here. In their comfort zone, you could argue.
Yep.
Durka and Chronicle with ults to invest here. I think Yampi just missing one more, and Durka over the top looking to seal the deal on this map.
Man, he wants them buried. You can see he wants to go further. Oh, he is, he is, he is. He actually is hunting them down. Rienz, he can't run away. Durka is just hunting them round the map. Down to 4, they get a plant. And they put 2 on him. More than man marking at this point. But he still fancies a go, can't do it. Benji stands tall. Good follow-up from Koshmaras. We're in 4v3. Kron, Yampi, and Sayonara next in line. But numbers sitting with Heretics here.
Certainly a man to the good, but still a chance here for Vitality to get something. Chronicle found Benji. Sayonara here looking to get aggressive onto default.
Yeah, it's Koshmaras. Oh, that's nice. Wood comes into effect as Kron. The time might decide this, and simply they do not want to play his game. Have to wait and watch. And a lifeline, a little bit of hope potentially found.
Find themselves number 6, but again, ult starting to come online here. The finance is still going to be comfortable. Vitality alongside that. And even here, great recovery for Durka. Finding that opener. At least here, the confidence still in play. Heretics take double doors. They look to get right behind that, set up in towards A main. Unfortunately, look at the minimap now. They could be walking into a blender over towards B.
All right, round by round, boys. Name of the game. No more timeouts, no chances until you get to OT. That would be the first time you could even speak to your coaches. Gosh, Morass, 12 to 13 so far. First time really being on stages like this, though. And already coming away a little bruised off of that first engagement. But look at the other side. Oh, that's messy from him. Not what I'm used to seeing. We know his caliber. It's not on display here today.
Get the sight at least on the back of that. Again, doesn't create an opportunity for a comfortable plant at all. Pop of the ult here. Any util to follow up, and I mean, Vitality going forward just yet.
I mean, the widest swing of your life there. Yampy does get traded down, but he's going to be able to tell him exactly where Boo is, where all of them pretty much are. The swing, and it ain't a miss this time. Sayonara there, Boo in unison. Rez now considered invested. Boots back on his feet. Yampy still punishing. Pit's still there, though. Got to play it forward. Benji, the last line of hope for Heretics now.
He's got Snakebite.
And he's
really
got
slowed
time.
this down.
Benji's got every tool possible here. He is being
Nice.
But Sayonara's caught him. Time is going to be tight.
Perfect
I'm pretty
time.
sure, Mike, they've only gone and done it. 13 to 6. Vitality.
Everything is sorted, bro. Everything is sorted. भाई ये पूरा गेम ही ऐसा easy गया है ना, मजा आया ये गेम को देख के.
Looking so confident. The biggest thing for me is around this mid-rounding, the confidence to execute some of these pivots. Absolutely textbook from Vitality here in map 1. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Lotus after this.
He's hunting down that title.
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. He steps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
Tired of off-season blues once Champs is over? Fear not, because Valorant is coming to the Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for national pride. Will EMEA turn every round into a chess match? Is Brazil about to turn every map into ranked? Will Team USA ego peak every single angle? The final event of the year is not to be missed. Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
गेम चालू कराओ रे दूसरा. टिल दैट टाइम चलो ये करते हैं. भाई ऐसे चैनल्स पे तो जाने में मैं हे देव फोन वेरीफाइड लॉन्डा. एजेंट लिखूंगा मैं योरू। ब्रिमता हेवन का गराज है।
Wait, you have bomb. I just realized. I'm playing a site. Wait, let him grab bomb.
Yeah, cause your
Damn.
cock is actually humongous, bro.
दिख नहीं रहा। समझ नहीं आ रहा भाई। साले जेट के नाइव्स है। हट साला। ये पोस्ट बहुत देखी है दैट पर।
This artifact is not my only source of strength.
हार्बर भैया चलो भाई हो गया ये बैटल। सैटरडे सटायर होता तो ए भी आ जाता। सेव Salte A is there all zone allowed नहीं है। BHA भा where ARE तीनों है भाई। ट्री अक्षर तुम अप्सरा Let's go. Let's go connections as well. School days. Copy editor, bank teller. Quote unquote. Backrap. भाई क्या वर्ड्स है ये? बेडेड हेक्स की charm bracelet, mirror selfie. I don't know what are these words actually. नहीं भाई होता ही नहीं.
The Viper here, I don't see why they wouldn't lean into that if it was such a strength for them on Breeze.
Yeah, I think they absolutely should. Looking at Durka and Chronicle, if this is a 2-0, I think it comes down to those guys. They were a beast on map 1. Vitality had a great approach there. Now a map away from getting their revenge from that final.
EMEA Grand Finals were a best of 5. This is only a BO3. Heretics, they need to respond fast. Let's send it back over to Pansy and Hypark.
And I think that is the tone to lead this in with. There has to be a reply from Heretics. Map 1 was Vitality's through and through. From a 13-10 result previous to a 13-6, and it looked clean stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even scoreline aside, it was just a stark contrast. I mean, Heretics look off their game. Again, the early round is the big issue for me. I mean, they won out, I think, 4 opening engagements. Yes, they were recovering a couple of 4v5s, but still for me, with where we've seen Heretics make massive improvements throughout stage 1, that's not the recipe you want to see. And certainly coming into Lotus here, it's going to require somebody like Koshmaras to really take over some of these rounds. Benji will give you the late rounds.
Yes, he will.
But Koshmaras needs to be involved and finding success early on here.
So Vitality starting out on the attack, Heretics on the defending side. And all eyes turn towards that A site.
What's key for me is to see if that momentum carries across through the maps.
Well, I think Vitality aren't going to change.
Yeah, huge opportunity for Vitality to strike while the iron is hot.
What is Vitality planning?
Touch on that, but it's a double stack towards Tree, and it's a stunning trap. Benji up in the feed, tries to do more.
2v3.
Finally found by Durka. But look at the casualties they've suffered to get here. It's going to be a 2v3. Tap on the spike.
Yeah.
And he maybe have imagined someone else on the site there, but no one had made it that far.
It takes so long that actually it would warrant a rotation. Somebody stepping further forwards.
Oh, it's
बढ़िया.
still done.
थोड़ा सा fucked up था पर बढ़िया.
Does he now have to speed up? Yes, they now know where Durka is. They can put it together. They can put the pieces together in there.
Nice shot, Durka. He have a nade as well now.
And Boo just a little bit too far behind. And now the double stack towards Tree, and it's a lethal one at that. Sheriff with Profek. Durka paint shell in play. There it is, posted. Boo has to respect it. There's no two ways to cut it. And the time ticking.
Nice double peek. Bhai 2v.
I thought Benji could have done enough. It just slipped away.
2v4 निकाला kind of.
It's only really Durka to overturn that. A fantastic recovery.
Durka अभी भी मार रहा है मतलब समझ जाओ.
This kill there, right there onto Wu is the one that ultimately makes it doable. Durka then can play a little more aggressively. Boo's eyes are drawn.
Yappy is happy. Yappy is happy.
15 seconds off another smoke to really secure any chance of getting back onto side, finding a comfortable angle to contest Tree. Great start for Vitality. Well,
ladies and gentlemen,
day one in the building.
Yeah. Hey, we made it to London, right? Do we accept this one on us?
Oh, this is up.
Don't turn around.
Wait,
I
no,
see
they're
Mini turn it. Look
No,
at
there's
him.
no
Look
way.
at him. Look at him.
Who put them there?
He can't even see that high. Look, Seth, brilliant. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the co-streaming peanut gallery up here. But no, yeah, thanks, boys. It's always good to be on site finally. Hopefully it gets. Oh, people have got merch.
Oh.
They've actually turned up, equipped for it. An EMEA fan, perhaps. Who knows?
Definitely.
Yeah, fully.
It looks jaded.
You can tell, can't you? Well, how's the day been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, so far so good.
Decent?
Yeah. Bosh.
Bosh.
Yeah.
That's what you're giving me?
That's all I'm giving you, Bosh.
Wow. Wonder what the tech pause is. We can spin around. Let's have a little look. Let's start blaming players.
Game pause, so.
Oh,
that's
they always. I'm seeing fist bumps though on at least the Heretic side, which can mean good things. Oh, EDG fan in the crowd, I do believe. Can't wait to hear this place when EDG are about. That's gonna be pretty good fun. Which is kind of wild though, considering the EMEA game. Everyone's just golf claps, very respectable. We are going back into game, so thank you for your patience. Whatever the issue may be.
Actually, I was ready to take a seat there. Actually.
That's the energy I like to see. All right, we are back on the way. Thank you for bearing with us during it. We had to get one in, contractual obligation for me and Michael. However, a reminder, it was a great start from Durka. You can see why he's going to be up on that Phantom nice and quick. Big investment for him. The only real thing to note on the other side would be maybe a couple of upgrades, but not too many.
Can Chronicle get here, though? I don't think you can really police this weapon. Retrieved.
Yeah, but look in the meantime what they're doing, putting a lot of pressure on Benji, who's going to have to stand and try and deal with the flood of players on that C side. Just too many to handle.
Great push and pull here. Open up opportunities towards C.
डक भी लाइक मैं प्लांट भी कर देता हूँ, अल्टॉस भी ले लेता हूँ. अब 2 मारूंगा तो मेरी अल्टी भी आ जाएगी. Everything is in my hand. Easy. GG.
Betrayed it out, be perfect.
I mean, look how close he is to that ult as well. Would be loving it. I mean, you'll take that. It's not the best outcome, but it's certainly not the worst. And
यहाँ पे भी लाइक मैं मार देता हूँ.
Have a little go on it. All right, 2 rounds, 3 standing. And I think what you kind of said, that push and pull in effect, I like that, right? It could have been a bit dicey on that A side. Nice look back towards C. Super bursty.
It's a great check-in to think back to some of the earlier discussions with Vitality this year around the mid-rounding, around the leadership.
Decisiveness.
Yeah. Yep. We saw plenty of examples on Breeze.
Ting tong, ting tong.
For me, where straight away, a commanding call from Yampi, and everybody buying into it. And certainly, I mean, it would be.
I don't know why I like Yampi around.
International here. Certainly, the question hanging over Vitality for me is actually their ability to maintain this upwards trend.
अगर एक आधा फ्रैग यहाँ पे डर के को मिलता है ना अर्ली स्टेजेस में, इस राउंड में अल्टी मार के वो राउंड कन्वर्ट करवा सकता है.
You know, with that kind of Koshmaras X factor coming in, Boo's in-game leadership as well, but we aren't really seeing the fruits of the labor. But they do at least have mound control here. Hasn't been checked on. A very patient default coming through from Vitality.
And I mean the big thing really to deny Durka's free access to the showstopper.
Oh, we played in a little on that. I don't think he gets much for it. Yeah, okay, played in again twice now. They don't fancy it. Something doesn't feel right.
अब वो ये जल्दी खत्म हो ही जाएगा बे. 12 तक तो अराउंड 11 तक ही खत्म हो जाएगा.
Curious as to what's going on outside C.
Well, because they've got nothing now to clear close, right? Like, I think they've run out of some of the tools. I guess they've got the boom bob. Is that where you're going to invest it? I don't know. So, again, you kind of can leave Koshmaras on this island. How much can one man do is the name, and Prophet clears him. I don't know what gave it away. Maybe the positioning, maybe it just felt a bit too obvious. Maybe just doing what they need to, but Prophet again finds another. Finding space and opening up sights there. Sends out the paranoia, smokes are in. The site is fully theirs.
And Prophet, when he's on, it can just be so impactful for Vitality. Another example found here. Find a third Chronicle to follow up. There could be another bonus conversion here. There certainly will be with Benji heading the other way. A 1v4. Vitality off to a flying start. I mean, you think about the opening of both halves on
yeah.
Lost myself for a second there, but what the second round, second half, sorry, the damage done. Again, they conceded the round, but Vitality are just ready to set themselves up again for a string of rounds.
It looks like they're having fun, which is the scarier thing. And I think you're right, right? Prophet is never going to be your headliner when you look at this team. He's never the one to stand. No, but Durka.
Certainly feeling himself.
Oof. I mean, I guess it was a revenge match. Now, the funny thing is, obviously backstage, start of the day, walking about as you do, you know, taking it in, saw Yampy. He was like, John, I'm actually really excited for this game. I was like, why? He was like, oh, revenge. I'm like, and it's like, I know when we talk about finals, normally it's a little bit more blasé. The players aren't as like fired up if it's not a qualifier, but he wants this. He absolutely was locked in. He wanted to meet them at this point.
They've been under so much criticism.
God, they have. Absolutely.
I would argue more so than Heretics have in terms of poor performances. It's been Vitality to really bear the brunt of that.
Oh yeah, lauded as the super team that didn't really
And they get through on a miracle.
Yes. I mean, we've seen runs like that at Champs before. One evil genius at one point. Come on now. Come on now. Also in the contract, have to mention EG at least once. It's part of it.
Get it out of the way on day one.
Yeah. Haven't mentioned the Slow Club yet, so that's still yet to be. Nice from Benji. But gonna need a bit more. It is
Are they going for a 13-0 streak, baby?
fair about approaching which side
Is what I feel.
This and Koshmaras fancies a go at it. That smoke now becomes a little bit more lethal.
Careful here.
Got the timing right on it at least. How do you clear some of these positions?
Okay, gonna note one close. That now starts feeling like a stack. Do they back away?
Oh,
Do they
bye.
power forward? Chronicle not really showing much fear. Gonna clear Kosh. And it's gonna be what, 35 seconds? They can't leave it too late just in case, but it looks like a B pivot's coming in anyway.
30 seconds left.
Just off there. Catch a glimpse, but
Easy plant and easy round.
for Vitality. Yampy will get his ultimate off that.
ठीक है.
Sayonara just misses an opportunity here ahead of the smoke blooming. And a Bucky here, you got to get Koshmaras. Sorry, Woot involved in this situation.
ओए nice.
Yeah, Vitality
Kron की ulti ready है. एक frag ना. Let's go.
And it's going to stabilize. 4 standing now. Ults coming into effect. They've gotten everything they wanted at the start of this half. Well, I guess this map in general.
Another early timeout call from Heretics. Again, it's just really difficult to find some sort of confidence to go forward in the buy rounds here when you're just getting, I mean, battered in some of them. Barely getting off the starting blocks for Heretics.
And they just look cold, right?
It doesn't feel like they're executing many of their set pieces. The game plan's just all over the place a little bit, and understandably so, right? It's brutal to come up against some of these players when they're on form. Like I said, Prophet, for me, one of the ones that stands out. Very hot and cold in terms of numbers, but also in terms of value, in terms of utility, where we've seen previously. For me, the coin-based win condition coming out of this has got to be Heretics probably playing a little more proactive, take some of the space away. What did we see previously? Take control of Mound, and they just tuck in. What Koshmaras gets slow cleared by a Guardian with no trade angle from Boo. A little bit all over the place for me.
Yeah, it's not fitting together, right? That synergy felt really good in their run up to this point. Again, they walked away in that first place. There was a reason that they looked that solid. For me, again, I actually hate to say it, but I want to see them play their own game, the game that actually got them where they are. So leading into this round, it's a critical one. Heretics need a heartbeat, something to ignite a little bit more of confidence. I'm seeing operators, I'm seeing what they can. Boost, suffering, down without even a shield. And in this round, we will be diving into the team comms of Vitality. So the second that's ready, we'll chuck into it. But until that point, look towards what they have. Sayonara wants to farm it. We've got the operator out. There is so much on the line now. And Heretics trying to posture up a little bit here as well. Playing in towards Rubble.
Boom, two.
How they react to that.
Rubble, boys.
I'm holding grapple.
Nice. One more.
Freeze, boys. Freeze. Keep. Freeze.
Okay, yeah.
I hold east push. I hold B.
We'll just put them all down.
And follow my Twitter.
They should not have op. They should
Six,
not
seven,
have.
six,
Yes,
seven.
keep holding, guys. Keep just holding.
They follow my Twitter.
Chronicle.
Can I get shout out, please?
Yes, just keep holding, boys. We're gonna finish on A. Okay.
Can I get one shout out?
Yeah. Yes. Guys, Timo, I need you to go prot C, okay, right now.
I mean, if there's anything to terrify us when they're laughing and joking in a round like this.
I'm hearing
noting,
6-7, and I'm done already.
Oh, Benji having a chance to shut this down.
All right.
Nurka will fall. Got to get the second though. Pin down.
But ठीक है, Kron has the ult. Yampy के पास भी ult है. डरके के ult से value निकल गई है वैसे भी.
Will be noted here.
1v2 though, come on Kosh. In all of the other games, you'd think this is absolutely within the realms of reality. Make that the case again. At least toy with expectation. Open the door and give them maybe pause for thought. They're playing deep offside.
क्या perfection के साथ segments निकाले हैं.
Really work for this.
But I like that he's here this fast. I think he's read this. I don't know if he'll know where Chronicle is, but he's found Profek and he's on the hunt. Koshmaras needs to get this kill. He has to get up close and personal. Now show me you can make this really yours, Chronicle. One of the greats.
Nice try. They were enjoying in the first half of the round.
Giving us a lifeline and a real misstep from Vitality. Maybe that attitude, all the jokes and jovial attitudes will need to be brought back in line.
I mean, certainly the right decision making here. Force Kosh basically clear out a ton of
ठीक है रे हो जाता है कभी एक आधा round. Fuck it, chuck it.
Reads the situation perfectly, hunts down Profek. And again, at this point here, it's like Profek can buy a little bit of time. Chronicle's then caught in transition. He has to move to a position where he can cover the spike.
Yeah.
Great work from Kosh. It felt done and dusted. That early exchange over towards Rubble.
And I guess that tone that we heard in the comms now, can Yampi get it back in check? Can he keep them focused? Because that sort of thing, yeah, it was bold from Koshmaras, but have we really gotten to the point where we're surprised by Neon's
what he did in stage one? Yeah.
And also just in general, Neon's on a stage like this, when the audio's a little different, when it's a little bit lively and you take those chances. Again, Chronicle and Durka made in those moments. Are the best to do it. But now, is this been the spark to reignite something with Koshmaras, or potentially Heretics in general?
Bring them down.
Going to catch anything here, but Heretics certainly looking a little more active now. Certainly what you want to see. Yampi, not a million miles off.
मार सकता था रे Yampi. Pumpy, dumpy.
Yeah, slow down the progress here from Vitality. Have to control back. Again, won't have noted this.
ऐसे round को थोड़ी throw करना होता है.
Doesn't have a paranoia though. There's a big gap between him and that second player, but
Face your fear.
investment here from Riens. Clear all the space out. Profek might just get behind this. He's going to call the rest of the troops back.
Oh, Boo. Boo needs to not take his eyes off the prize. It's going to be feast or famine, isn't it? He's going to hear this, though. Surely he hears this. That's 3 players. He could be on for a heater. 13 seconds! And with a knife to the back, Boo strikes. 2 big kills.
यहाँ से अगर Profek round निकालता है ना.
Unwinnable. 4 seconds, he's got a plan. Revealed, it's literally at his feet. Profek, face the music. Heretics looking like they're back from the dead.
Asking for a spark here. Heretics at least keeping this doable early on. Find a second conversion confidently as well. A little bit of complacency shown here from Vitality. Some question marks for sure. And I'd imagine probably a stern talking to during this timeout.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I'll wait for the coach cam.
Well,
that'll be my Coinbase win.
I mean, Cron's still laughing.
Yeah.
Powell's hiding a smirk.
Powell's in the playbook. Frowns. I don't know. It doesn't look that happy.
Certainly lots to consider here. I mean, the Coinbase win condition coming out. There's still going to be a purchase on hand for Vitality. Couple of ultimates to work with. Chronicle, Yampi, and Profek. Sayonara just 2 away from the pit, and obviously Durka's early showstopper. He's already building progress towards another.
And for me, again, complacency can be such a killer as well. It's something that I can't allow. They don't quite have. Damn.
You'll be waiting a while.
I don't know. Maybe a show match or 2.
Of Shanks, I mean. Not for,
who knows?
I wouldn't badmouth it for this.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
You had to check.
Oh.
Checking.
2 rounds. 2 rounds. And will this be the more... one of those moments that you look back on and you go, bloody hell, imagine if we'd actually just, you know, focused up here, been a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I mean,
does it fade away to nothing?
Hey, I'll say I'm happy to take that criticism. If we see a few more rounds like that, that's certainly a discussion to be had. If Vitality show any more complacency, then get their heads back in the game here. Certainly opportunity, like I said, with this old cycle. Koshmaras going forwards once more.
Oh,
big catch here on the nade.
Well.
They feed into that one here. Haven't seen investment, but it certainly catches Vitality off guard here. And around to come out of a timeout like that, it's the worst possible start.
A huge 3v5 winnable.
True for Heretics, right? Simple stuff. The C's paint shell coming in. You love to see it. They'll be chuffed to bits with that. Freest beginning, and Boo got himself a corner.
अभी तो 1 मिनट है बे. If the go है, एक आधा फ्रैग निकालते हैं, याम्पी का अल्ट है, परफेक्ट का अल्ट है, क्रॉनिकल का अल्ट है, सबका अल्ट है.
Play back into this round. Chronicle's gonna check at least here, bait the wall out. Boo and Benji have to deliver on C site alongside this though.
Yeah, and it looked like Vitality was still maybe eyeing up finishing on that C site, so they've still got Yampy here. Does Benji know about this? I mean, he certainly does now. Handles Yampy with ease. And Woot in support, posts it, not going to get quite what he wanted, but Profek and Chronicle left with an uphill battle in 24 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, TP here for Profek, but again, he can't reposition towards another site to retrieve that spike.
Well,
Anti-Ray, the fights were good. The fights were good, but it's okay. It's freaking okay, guys. It's okay.
3 rounds to their name after what was a dreary first map, a worrisome beginning into map 2, and now knocking at the door of tying up all even.
Hard work's not done just yet though. Still a buy.
Kick पे, सरदार जी kick पे.
Like I said, ult's still a factor to consider. Actually, an operator in hand for Durka, so probably indicator of a slower approach here. See what Durka can get done. It's only the TP of Boo available.
सरदार जी kick पे. Short recron. Oh भाई साहब.
And he absolutely does. Shutting down this early aggression as Heretics look to really take matters into their own hands.
And here comes the burst. Benji instantly gonna be noted. This is gonna ask so much of the man here. He's got pressure. Left, right and center. Succeeding on one but overwhelmed by the other. The swing from the smoke gives Wu a way in, but
इस round में it was all about Kron यार.
handedly making this round look like Vitalities.
Just like that, something to maybe humble any sort of confidence Heretics were starting to build after a string of rounds. Chronicle, pixel perfect with the first and catches Kosh as he tries to retreat. Stuff here, Chronicle leading the charge 11 and 4 for Vitality.
Always been an X-Factor player, hasn't he, Chronicle? Again, it was kind of that conversation of what's Fnatic gonna be like without him there? Do they lose much? And people kind of say, you know, umming and ahhing about it, but you see it in moments like that with him. That pedigree in full display. And well, Durka not gonna share the limelight either. A man who's known those great heights as well. But Kosh Moras, a new man to this stage. To try and hold his own against some of the most experienced players there are. Some of those decorated. Right now he's got a smoke to do it in. Played in.
Clear him. Boom, but will though.
30 HP and he'd be lucky to get out of here alive. The utility poured on. And the site under scrutiny.
Aid will prevent any progress from Boo going forwards here. Kosh down to 30. Getting locked out of this initially. Plant will come through and Sayonara with a pit to close off one of the avenues of approach. A ton of ground to cover to get even closer to the site.
It's kind of over रे, क्योंकि pit with सब डाल दिया है.
You can see they want to try and springboard towards Durka. Taking her away.
मैं बोला ना, it is kind of over. हिलने का chance नहीं मिलेगा.
This time, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and making sure to not let this game slip between their fingertips.
Even there, the buy a little off kilter. I mean, Benji was on a pistol to come into this court here on a jump peek out. Unfortunately, at that point, I mean, Kosh is just under a ton of scrutiny. So much util sent forwards here. The diligence, I guess, the other side of the equation here, we did see Vitality a little complacent, at least a reset in terms of these protocols. We'll get them number 6. Durka just missing one more for the showstopper. The Heretics back down to pistols now. Potentially another huge first half advantage here in terms of the scoreline. As Heretics can build back in. Trying to catch a spam, but no connection on the other side of that.
Bring them
If anything, it just really eggs Vitality on. Finally, the rotation will come through. 2 more players here to try and bolster this A site hold, but probably going to be behind this a little bit. Actually, now I'm a little concerned. Vitality haven't actually scaled onto site just yet. You've got 2 players going towards stairs.
Yeah.
That's the spike, though.
What are we doing here? What's the plan? Have they seen enough that scared them in this? They don't like it?
I think they're desperately trying to bait somebody from Heretics out into an engagement, but now you've got to worry about how committed some of these positions are on site.
This does feel sketchy. Quan's seen nothing, no challenge on B. He's committed on it, ahead of the wall. And with this amount of freedom, surely you are massively question marking what's going on A. This should be enough. That should be the pivot point. They spotted the trap, but they still fought for it. Rien's gonna manage to catch Dirk, but that is a big scalp to claim here. Perfect trying to cycle
But the plant is done.
right now. They're at the doorstep.
Yampi gets 1, Perfect gets 1. No time, bro. No big time कि Vitality यहाँ से हार सकती है. 7-3 ये मैप.
Sent through, it does connect here. Woods managed to come through.
वही बोल रहा हूँ. Kron पागल हो गया.
Absolutely great work.
Kron has gone mad.
Unfortunately, 20 HP.
Yampi सिर्फ एक ult ऑफ दूर है for result. Second time.
I mean, thank God for that. Catching Root here on the Saturin. Just when I thought maybe they could retrieve this operator.
Good craft in India. He's still alive.
Comes down to it. Vitality will find number 7. Unfortunately, look, this is a must-win for Heretics. Look at the buy behind this. Yes, we'll get an operator in hand, but we're on the brink of potentially a 9-3.
Yes.
And it feels like it's trending that way.
It does. It does. You're absolutely right. Ooh, can you get involved early? Dirk already has. That's the C side looking vulnerable.
On that peak again.
It's not the first time he's had this. This is repetition now. That's concerning. Benji.
What happened last time? They cleared Kosh with the util.
Yeah, it was the Prowler first, but then it was the Boombot that caught him on that point. But look, they've got more tools to play with now. Ults to
Good
be
ulti.
He has to back away, goes back for seconds.
बढ़िया Prowler. Good clearance.
Rien's can only do one.
ये पूरा perfect execute है यार.
Boo and Woot are a mile away from being able to change this.
जो execution है ना. अब यहाँ पे अगर ये राउंड जीतते हैं, they have to actually, मैं तो बोलता हूँ they should go, क्योंकि कितना भी मर जाए साले 2 राउंड के 22 तो मिलने ही वाले हैं. और वहाँ अल्टॉप्स का क्या गेम है? अच्छा वो सिर्फ एक दूर है तो that's why they are not going.
Penny pinching here.
I don't think the bargain bin's going to save them now. Boo and Woot, this is tough. Because there was that small window, right? And I was so ready to lay into Vitality for letting that sort of lead slip. But the fact that they can tighten up after it, I know, it was right there, right there. Fine, I'll put away the hate watch. But the credit
They should have been.
also falls to one Yampi, obviously, for keeping people in the right place, but Chronicle stepping up massively as an impact player too.
But what, around 5-6 or so when Durka gets its operator and things slow down a little bit for Vitality, finding 2 rounds. He's found that opener towards C, and Benji, fortunately, the first domino to fall in a sequence of events. Chronicle leading.
And he's back on the operator.
Back on the operator. Seeing what he's done with it on Breeze.
Last round, these guys have no ult और उनके सारे ults ready होने के कगार पे.
You'd want them to go forwards.
Kosh Morass up against Kron. Kosh has won it. That time a different outcome. A further commitment. It looks like Vitality want to keep that pace and
मारा भागा आ गया. ये भी shot connect हुआ.
Forwards with a spike here.
Yampi, you're the first man in.
पूरा पीछे भगाया तो है, but Woot also got his ult actually.
This felt a little messy. I don't think this had to be at this
Plant Woot का ulti है to clear. Goshmaras का है.
Opportunity here. It's a 3v5 for Vitality.
3v5, 5v3 retake actually.
Worst case scenario in 8-4, but certainly this was leading towards Vitality finding 9 here in the first half.
Yeah, but this could be a godsend for Heretics.
Nice shot, Perfect. EMP. What? अरे नहीं यार. We needed a 9-3 half, रे. We needed a fucking 9-3 half. Anyhow.
crucial here for Heretics to remain composure coming out there. So it's a big win. Yes, it's an A4, but a saving grace at least to get that one on the board, Lauren, the end of this first half.
Yeah, they desperately needed it. After what was a real shutout for most 3 rounds of respite almost to claim the final one. Maybe enough to ignite some hope going forward as Vitality still standing strong on those 8 rounds to their name. Chronicle Durka looking solid.
मजा आता पता है 9-3 हाफ रहता चिल करते
Locked up their spot in playoffs in a HyperX player moment.
Hello, my name is Profek, I'm from Team Vitality and we are in the playoffs. So we just finished our game against Foot Esports, just regional matchup, so we know how they play, they knew how we play. So basically this game was only about who will be more confident, and at the end we are more confident, so we take a W.
This is looking rocky, swing of the corner, Durka favored 10 times out of 10.
ओ माही मेरा तेरे नाल प्रीता लाया के माही
When I was first
मेरा
time in London and I saw the stage, it was completely different than in Berlin when we play. I've seen so many seats, so many people, the arena is big. To be honest, it felt amazing. It's a dream to play in front of this beautiful crowd. And yeah, I just hope we're gonna play more and more games here.
Well, this pistol round means quite a bit, Mike.
An asterisk next to the end of that, but Vitality have looked dominant in terms of the opening few rounds of these halves so far. That's why I said, if you look at a 9-3, we've already had bonus conversions galore. With that mishap on Breeze as well. Certainly, Heretics need to flip the script. Again, with it just feels like a sluggish first half from Heretics.
Yeah, it just
Again, Crosspress a little.
वर्टिकल का क्या हाल है
Heretics. Again, Crosspress a little more active from the get-go. I'll give them that much, but things just not going their way. It's got to be said.
No, and it just feels a little bit quiet throughout, right? Like, I feel like Rienz has always been solid. I mean, he's a little bit downturned here. It doesn't look like he's quite as active in this. I wanted to see the best form here.
Cute feeder, eh?
As our last look at them, right? That's what my mind kept them as. While these teams are going to win it out in EMEA.
It would be heartbreaking if that was the peak. You know,
क्यूट फीड है एक्चुअल में क्यूट फीड है
some really formidable form, honestly.
प्यारी सी क्यूट फीड है भाई एक राउंड इसमें देखें ये वर्टिकल फीड है
Come in and have to play, you know, a team from another region that you don't really have much in terms of context, and probably a team that could really turn things around. What's just happened there then?
Oh, even he looks surprised. Tell me you saw that camera reaction. And it looks like they are literally bang on the same spot.
मजा नहीं आया What happened देखना पड़ेगा
Alright, recovery mode. Boo, Rienz and Koshmaras, thank you. Picture in picture. You've just made it bad to worse. Rienz has suddenly come alive! I said he was absent! That's one way to get me paying attention. Profik trying to be a little slippery here. Deceptive in approach. But Rienz looking like he's got a hot hand here. The Prowler gonna at least be taken on the bait there. I don't know if Profik can clear Koshmaras, who is only on
They
fire,
need something.
but without a trade of Rienz. Oh my god, Profik, maybe.
Nice shots, Ray Profik.
What is this round? Boo left in a 1v2. He's on site, he's got Paranoia, but he's up against the big boys. Kron already doing nasty things. Sends a Paranoia, doing the dance, trying to get closer.
क्या खेले में ये राउंड
What is that?
Kron's on his feet, for God's sake.
Let them know.
This clearance, it's Profik onto Kosh again with a clearance that is just insane. 5 HP, doesn't need a headshot, by the way. But on the fadeaway, that's the opener.
He's so cold, man.
That is ridiculous from Profik.
Reading that little setup, right? That like, okay, on contact. There'll be the swing off the back by box, and look at him.
Absolutely sensational. The Vitality to find another pistol.
Kind of a trash talk thing पर entertainment वाला trash talk था ये
Heretics have to, I mean, they have to do something as far as I'm concerned. Win out here.
ये तो perfection है Vitality का
There's not so many ways we can cut it now. Right? The bar has been set. It has been for a while. We were hoping that Heretics would find that spark, reignite some of that magic we saw to get them to this stage. There are no easy routes here in London. It's earned at this point. For Heretics, it looked like they'd done the hard work before, but absolutely shocked.
They can't.
in this
Actually,
one.
they can't.
Outclassed. Toxin screen down. But it needs to be now. Sayonara does fall. Okay, first chance made. And they get a bit more. Into patrol, gonna catch me.
Nice shot.
Brilliantly done, beheads him quickly.
Whoa!
For Daka! And maybe the 5, the crowd wants it. We call him the hometown hero. Hell, they
Nah, bro. इसके लिए round जाएगा.
30 seconds left. 2 more for you, perhaps. He's got the flash. He's caught him on the run. Benji! Oh, it would have been brilliant.
One of these first 2 rounds.
Man, I'll take that every day.
Second half. Vitality.
I legit thought इसके लिए round जाएगा.
Another lineup here. Durka finding 4. Ridiculous.
और अगर इसके लिए round गया रहता ना.
This second half. It's Vitality to come away with a chance once more to convert a bonus. Or do as good as.
It's actually tough. अगर Vitality के 3 weapons भी गिर जाते हैं ना, तो it's actually tough.
Sheriff in here. And Vitality certainly riding.
I'm out of here.
Mitchell's out here, yeah.
Last trap destroyed. This is good so far. Taking the box with the Heretics. They pick the right side of the map, basically. Just got to be a little bit cautious, but should be fine for now. The Danger Men, Yampi, Durka, and Profek, just because of weaponry alone. But with the plant down, Heretics need to stabilize here.
Going super aggressive.
I mean, Gosh Moras being aggressive, not the worst thing in the world. Heretics just need to hold their nerve.
Benji is watching out for flank outside the side.
Already settled for
5 बनाम 5 का retake. Nice, perfect.
Profek's found the first on the way in.
I don't think they're settling for anything, Michael, but Gosh Moras is going to try and hold on. Oh!
2 HP में 3 मार गया.
Stylish on the 3rd, and should be enough to keep this one secure. The time being the determining tune to this, as Benji going to find the couple few, you'd imagine. Yampi going to make it away, does recover at least the Phantom.
Ends will fall, but again, he's the one that didn't really. Yes, coming in here.
But I would say they just saved a weapon. 2 weapons.
For Heretics, is that going to be enough? Vitality now able to invest behind this. Durka's on the showstopper already. Profek one away from a TP. It has to be perfection from here on out, considering what we've seen so far from Heretics. Gosh Moras looking a little more comfortable now. And can that be the deciding factor, Lauren?
That's what we will listen to in this round. We will be hearing from the Heretics comms, as once again they look to pressure Chronicle. Do they continue on that pathing? Do they feel it's the weak spot to be exploited? Or do they change their minds? Already heard Vitalities, so be curious to see how it compares. Benji needs to be careful, not get overwhelmed here. Let's listen to now how they're going to puzzle this one out.
No smokes, guys, no smokes. Can you pick up me? One more, gonna reclaim me on A. I'm gonna play with my
Okay, Benji, when you go back, now pick a B, better.
Okay, good.
Okay, just pick a B so there is no gap.
We need to pick.
Don't divide cycle,
I can
okay?
proud, I can pick at the same time, okay? Yes. One, two. Nothing close. Yes. Wait for some, wait for some.
Okay, just tell me when. Yes, I'm ready to paranoid if they... Go! He's blind, he's blind.
There is no turns. I might be there. I'm coming late, wait. One shot. Nice, good job. Guys, careful flood with Raisel.
Okay.
Guys, out, pillar. Nice. Chill. Guys, I'm gonna tap.
Okay, this looks like it should be kind of all going the way. And the difference in comms was quite drastic, to be fair. Super serious, very drilled. Hold on, yeah, Rienz. Do you get away? Do you live? You don't! He's got him dead. Showstopper's there. Does he invest? Still 2 satchels to play with too. Nothing on the horn, kind of indicating they're all towards water. Trade there for Benji. Durka, a 1v2. Misses the jump. Has to go back for a second. Oh my god. 7 bullets.
Mummy.
Good stuff to bury that one before it got too deadly. But a very different calm sort of environment, it felt like.
Certainly still, I mean, feels a little frantic. At least here, a big win out early on from Benji. A little scrappy coming out of the smoke here. At least round on the board. Vitality going to be unable to close this one out quickly. Be minimal investment here. Still the chance of Durka doubling down if he finds a kill. Side tag there at least. Kosh in check early on here. Benji, Boo and Kosh all very close. This first ult cycle aligning for Heretics. Now that could amount to a string of rounds. And win this one, they're within 3.
Yeah. That just gives them so much chance to gap close.
They just need 3 यार vitality. इसमें भी क्या है, डर के की एक अल्टी है परफेक्ट, अगर एक दो आधी शेरिफ का कोई शॉट कनेक्ट करवा देता है.
You'd almost imagine all the big guns over on A, surely no one else would be there. Well, there's 3 others waiting. Let's see if Heretics can puzzle this one out themselves. Can they figure out?
The thing is here, left, right and dead center.
I'm a bit concerned here. They could be going into what is the stacked side of the map here, but it is just pistols, but Prophet with the paranoia. Can't quite get out of this for now. He's managed to play his...
Okay. Sayo!
You don't get to!
Sayo!
This is a massacre on A! A mistake made! And Boo now has to face the consequences. The leader in game has
Sayo!
what they've just done, walking into the stack, eyes wide shut.
The one thing you didn't want to see was Vitality get a thrifty conversion in this sort of situation.
Look at
What is that, Sayonara?
And they are so deep, so you almost feel like surely they felt a bit comfortable in that.
Sayonara's reaction. Huh? I've got 2, by the way. No! 3rd in the snake fight.
Was it Eagle?
I think it was.
Just letting them know.
Just checking. Did we buy anything, actually?
No, that was really nice,
No.
just to remind them of the finances. It's like, guys, if you missed it, we didn't have any money, and we won. So
avoid eye contact with Yampi at all.
That's I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It's like those rounds, you know, it's just like sitting in your stomach like a stone, and you just see him up. Well, you can see it on the faces.
Yeah, I mean, Woot looks pressed in this situation.
Yeah.
Benji, he's struggling as well. The Coinbase win condition coming out here for Heretics. I mean, slim pickings.
What is it?
Slim pickings, to be honest. I mean, they're going to have a few ults to invest. Like I said, this should have been total opposite scenario. I mean, the stage vibes mimicked here between Weber as well.
Yeah.
Gotta be
ठीक है, डर के will go to buy अपना क्या outlaw.
Opening series.
Yeah, and it's the thing is, it felt like they found their salvation in Kosh Morass. It felt like he was the missing piece that brought all that brilliance back to Heretics. And we talked about, can they repeat it? Has it got longevity? But we kept hearing and seeing the answer, yes. The problem is we've got here, and suddenly it doesn't have that same spark. However, it's not over yet. It's 6-11. We go back in. Speaking of the man, the ult's going to be coming down. He's going to just take matters into his own hands. He's a mile ahead of the rest of his side, and he wins this fight.
Just about wins out versus Yampi as well. Sayonara, look out. He does actually get caught. Woot will capitalize. Heretics right out onto the A site here, and Durka and Profek left. Profek, will he clear him once more?
Yes, he does. Okay, dead to the paint shot, all good.
He can't catch a break versus Profek today. Boo to shut things down.
Thrifty का जवाब, thrifty.
Converted
right back
on
at
the other side, yeah, by Heretics in response. Vitality to come out. Probably with the upper hand still though. I mean, the buy's going to be there or thereabouts. They have a ton to offset that. Everything except Yampi's. Woot does have a showstopper. Can you get another round now for Kosh to take over? It's the ultimate, really. Similar sort of situation as previous.
I'll find you.
Single-handedly delivering a round for Heretics.
At this point, you almost have to be fixated with the belief that you can bring this back if you're Heretics. It has to be a genuine thing you believe in, and Kosh Moras is giving you a reason to believe in it. Taking over Tree by removing Chronicle, it gives them those first couple of steps towards the A site. You already see the Vitality sitting quite deep to this. Kosh Moras is playing a game here that's starting to gather at least a bit of interest for me, as how far does he want to go? Far! He wants to go deeper and he dies for it! Durka gets two, suddenly Wu hits the hat, got to hit the panic button, finds Sayonara right back at you, that one's gonna land as well!
डर के भी लाइक तूने अल्टी मारी मैं भी मारूंगा
No security, and no life left, boom!
GG!
It's 12.
Could be the killing blow. Heretics, you have to string something together here for sure, but a couple of players going to struggle financially. Kosh still finds the opener here, but the trade-off of Showstoppers just suits Vitality.
One enemy remaining.
With the spike not going down initially, they can't really reset away. They have to keep fighting forwards, and like I said, Vitality will just welcome that. Still, got the investment as well. Only Durka to throw in there.
Weapon here.
Looking to go aggressive here. Ton of players from Heretics on the other side.
So you got somewhere to be. He's still going. They're still fighting forward. The paranoia did not land.
साला तीन मार गया
Not die. It takes Riens to take an individual stand to try and stem the bleed, but Benji gonna get caught off guard here. Chronicle's got you spotted, and now they're going hunting again. Audacity, disrespect on display. But Benji heads up. Head removed. Riens, the last man alive.
Are we having any kind of ult? Sayo has his own ult, but Sayo की ult उतना काम नहीं आएगी.
He takes the walk towards the site. He's got space to play with, and he's got time.
Actually, they're a million miles away from this, so plenty of opportunities for Riens to find a position that favors him. Sayonara and Yampi will split. We'll regroup here to clear out some of this early space.
They're fast to this as well, not really making much of a subtlety to it either. You will hear it. Riens, a magic man of once.
Nice, Sayo!
Welcome to the big stages, kid. You look good at it. 13-7. They do need to go into fuse. They nearly forgot that one. But changing the narrative, leaving history in the past and writing a brand new chapter. Moving forward.
Making a big statement as well. This is just a very commanding victory from Vitality.
GG's guys, आज की स्ट्रीम थोड़ी सी ठंडी ही रही, मजा इतना नहीं आया, लाइक आया पर उतना भी नहीं आया. चलो, I'll be seeing you guys around here and there somewhere on stream tomorrow. Till then, bye bye, take care, see you, love you. Caster Venom Instagram पे follow कर लेना, केक पे जाके follow कर लेना, उधर भी अपन streams करते रहते हैं. So go follow करो हर जगह पे. मैं मिलता हूँ तुम लोगों को कल. Till then, bye bye, take care, see you.